everyone scream.
Hello and welcome back to Hero Infinite. Every time I start recording, you say everyone scream.
Just start screeching.
Did anyone hear me scream just now?
No.
Damn it!
Everybody say hello to the players, starting from left going right. In the role of Starling is Sheebs / Books and Smiles.
Hello.
Go follow them on Twitch.
Yay! I'm going to be streaming Minecraft at some point.
Next in line is playing the role of Sir Folk, who's represented by the little star logo, is Sleepy.
Hello, hello.
Sleepy, you don't have anything to plug, do you?
Nope.
Sleepy is just here for the fucking vibes.
Next up, playing the role of Raven is Veneer.
Hello, hello, it is I, Veneer.
Playing the role of Bobby is Doodlezar.
Hello.
Follow them on Twitch.
The art is amazing.
Playing the role of Ollie is Tristan.
Hello, hello. No, my microphone can't pick up my my Oscar performances. See, I just screamed and it didn't even pick it up.
It's picked up as a burp. Playing the role
That Twitch is trying to suppress the screams of Ollie.
Ollie has no mouth, yet they must. Yeah.
Yes, we must yuck.
Yuck.
I have no mouth, but I must yuck. Max, do you know where you came from? Your father, he yucks. He yucks hard. And
Hey, who's that right there?
Playing the role of Radical Ruby is Jade / Candlecorn.
Hello.
Yes. Alright, let's get right into things, because we got a lot of players and I want to get into the action as fast as I can. So,
Hell yeah.
we are going to open up where, for a large number of you, last session left off. Starling, Bobby, Ollie, and Radical Ruby are all currently leaving the restaurant they were eating at and going to bringing food to their friend Miles Morales at the university that Ruby goes to. My original plan was to start elsewhere, but then when I saw that we had all of these players, I was like, oh, that's you know what? That's a fun way to open up. Leave it right where the last one left off.
Wait, are we all bringing food to Miles?
You are bringing a singular meal to Miles.
What?
You ordered an extra meal for takeout and are bringing it to Miles as a gift to Ruby and Starling's friend.
So all of us are just like carpooling together on a college campus.
Yes.
And Dallin is also there, or Dallin. You're all, you know, you say carpooling. I now love the image of all of you in full costume riding in public transit.
Yeah.
People just glancing over, like, huh? Then again,
the Infinite Mobile.
Dallin does have a truck. That, you know, no, yeah, you're all in Dallin's car. He has a
Studebaker.
Well, it's like a more modern pickup truck. So it's like a tall, it's got 2 seats in the front, 3 seats in the back. You're all sort of squeezed into it. As he's driving you all to the university.
As like the Sanford and Sons theme plays in the background.
And then a communicator in his dash starts to ring, and he looks over. He's like, and he hits it, and Commander Tiberius comes up. Dawn, where in the Sam hell are you and the others? We stopped off for a meal after a job well done. Well, we need you back here right now. What is it this time? We believe, or Professor Gadd believes that he's tracked down the source of the giant creatures emerging from the bay. You don't say. Dallin hits some buttons on his dashboard, and you see all of you sat in the back. You feel a little bit of a jostle in the truck, and then you see as the view from the front slowly turns up, and you realize you're now flying.
Ollie is in a booster seat.
Why would he be in a booster seat? I always figured he was one of the tallest people in this group of people. How tall is Ollie? I guess you never
I mean,
specified.
he's still
how
really
tall.
tall.
He is. How tall is he?
He's tall. Okay.
His height
How
varies.
tall?
He's always the tallest in the room. That's all that matters.
Jenna is
I'm right.
clinging to whoever is closest
all-
to her.
We're double buckling.
Do we need to come all the way back to the base for a briefing? And then, like, the screen splits and you see Professor Gad there. Not necessarily. I just detected that your truck entered hover mode. Is that safe to assume that you are in it with the others? And he motions to everyone else, and, you know, you guys can tell in the little view that everyone in the truck is visible on the camera.
Jenna is clinging to whoever is closest to her.
What?
Which would mean either Ollie or Ruby. There goes Tristan with his free star point board again.
Actually, it should have been.
Oh no.
Oh no!
God.
You wish.
we found Ollie's bones.
But yeah, you're Gads begins to show images on the little screen there. And you can see that there is like images taken of from a deep sea submarine of a large glowing crevice in the earth. Earlier this morning, my deep sea excavation drones were able to discover this crevice formed within the area around the Clam Bay. Just beyond Cape. God, I can use words. Just beyond
You
Cape
can,
Clam.
I believe.
Just beyond Cape Clam.
Cape Clam.
We believe that this unusual location may be the source of the giant creatures. And why do you say that? Dolan speaks up, and Gads continues. We're detecting unusual energy readings. A unique irradiation signature that was also captured on the corpses of the giant creatures you've been able to slay up until now. It's possible that passing through it bathed them in a minor dosage of that material. If you stop off at the base on the way, we can get all of you into a submarine that should be designed to protect you from the radiation that will be emerging from the crevice, and with any luck, you'll be able to cross through to the other side of the threshold and see exactly what we are dealing with.
Great.
We're
Great.
going underwater?
Great.
Yeah. Yes, but in a submarine, of course.
Oh, great.
Hang
It'll
on.
be the second time I'm in a vehicle underwater.
Hang on, Tiberius. Oh my god, that's a star point for you, Starling. That's terrible.
Oh!
Those who saw Starling's first session
Not that.
understands the darkness
Oh,
of
God.
that.
That's fucked.
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
But
No, that's good. That's good.
the words. Excuse me.
Ollie casually dying.
Hey,
Tiberius,
Mr.
or Commander Rorik leans over, and he's just like, hang on a moment. Is that the vigilante that escaped the military base? Looking at Ollie. Well, we're right on our way. And Dolan hits a button to end the call.
Can you tell Dr. Lev that I said that hi?
The call
and that
already
I'm
got hung up.
okay? I'm sure she's worried. Hello? Oh man.
I was about to
What
say.
do you think about me?
I was about to say Jenna kind of scoots over to sit in front of Ollie. Like, no. I don't know what you're talking about.
All
She's
right.
now sitting on top of Ollie.
He hits some
She's in
buttons.
Ollie's lap.
He hits some buttons and the center seat in the back opens up a little bit. Hey, Raggedy Ann. I'm gonna need you to crawl in the back.
Ollie looks around because he doesn't know who he's talking about.
I think he's talking
wait.
to you.
If the boss sees
Talking
you,
about
he's gonna
you.
try and arrest you again. And it seems like you haven't been cooperating the last few times you talked with him.
Well, gosh, the last time I escaped was completely by accident.
Some might even say control was taken away from you.
Yes, like I was possessed by
A higher
by a
controlling
horny demon.
Oh no, don't call me a horny demon. It's accurate, but I don't want to be called that.
All demons have horns, stupid. Who am I talking to?
Like, there's another star point. Alright,
Well, I work for him, don't I?
So Jenna goes from clinging to Ollie to clinging to Ruby because she's not she needs someone to hold on to
I
because she
feel
doesn't like flying.
I feel like
Okay.
Ruby would be experiencing some mildly sapphic feelings.
Let me.
Yeah.
let me-
Ruby's gonna, while experiencing those feelings, Ruby's gonna try just stuffing Ollie into the back, presumably while he's still talking to Dallin.
well, let me just
Ollie, once we're somewhere safe, we'll get you back out, okay, buddy?
we'll let you out.
And as you all are flying, you fly over an old lighthouse that lies in the middle of the bay. And with that, we transition to the lighthouse, and the
Oh my god,
camera.
we're going to Rapture!
No, the camera pans past the lighthouse, underneath it, through the earth, until we find ourselves within the labyrinth. And in the labyrinth, I don't have ambience music for the labyrinth up. I just realized. Give me one
How
moment.
dare you? Yeah, but
It's all good.
It'll give me 2 seconds to get a good one.
oh my god.
There we go. We transition into the labyrinth. In the center of it lies the library, where Raven is currently relaxing right alongside Car, the giant brain. The brain is sort of like its brainstem is curled up underneath it, and it rests its large brain portion on it, and you are leaning back onto it. It's surprisingly soft, and not nearly as gross as you would think it'd be now that you've bathed it.
Yeah, I can imagine he's just there, just in a very comfortable position with his hand on his chin, like resting and just like thinking to himself.
The yellow robes are still draped over the brain, but now freshly linened, so it just has yellow tatters around itself. And then you hear the familiar voice of Am speak up. Raven. The voice sounds a little bit glitchy for a moment.
Yes, I am. What is it that you're calling me for?
I believe I've detected an anomaly. Hold on one moment. And the hologram of them disappears and is replaced by a esoteric loading annual throbber. Fun fact, that's what loading symbols are called. Annual throbbers. Or annular throbbers. An alien-looking annual throbber spins for a moment before they reappear. Forgive me, I've been having to reform myself as I've researched Carcosa. As it turns out, a large amount of the information relating to Hastur is what would be referred to as I'm trying to think of the word for it. Is what I was referred to as a mimetic hazard. Merely holding knowledge of it puts me at risk of being taken control of by him. Luckily, due to the digital formation of my mind, I'm able to quickly sanction out those pieces of my mind into isolation, and then program in an automatic censoring so that I never look at the mind-controlling imagery again.
Is there a way to censor it by any chance?
I just said that's what I'm doing.
Oh.
Now that
My apologies.
The first time I see it, I don't realize the threat, but after the fact, I'm able to program in an automatic sensor within my perception an automatic perception filter, so I do not see it. But either way,
Well,
I've detected a fissure within the labyrinth connecting to Earth. They hold up. Or sorry, you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
They make a holographic map of the labyrinth appear, sort of tracing a path you would follow to get to the location. It appears as though a rift may have opened up within the Leviathans Causeway. A rather dangerous section of the labyrinth, but I have faith you'll be able to make your way there and give me a report on the specifics of the rift. I'm not sure, don't know the details because my sensors are a little bit more vague in that region. But if there's a rift, we need to seal it immediately, especially if it's large enough for the creatures there to make their way through.
Finally, at least there's some action that's been going on, because I've been getting bored just sitting here all day. I know Vernak... it didn't seem he didn't want to do much, so he let me be here. And I've just been sitting here waiting for something interesting to happen.
I should have realized which one I was speaking to with the crassness. Either way, be on your way.
Of course. I'll be on my way.
I'll give you guidance as need be.
Thank you. Is he doing okay? I think he's doing fine. Maybe there's something going on with him. Well, I hope he's not getting damaged from the Eldritch thing. I'm sure he's gonna be fine. He knows what he's fucking doing. Don't over worry about it, Vernak. I'll try not to. I'm just, concerned, that's all. You didn't have to take front for me, by the way. I wanted to, because I got bored. I haven't gotten the chance to really do much of anything. I know, but... at least I could have helped you do stuff. No, I'm good. In the meantime, you just chill out and I'll see what's going on. Don't overdo it yourself. I won't, though. Just don't overdo it with you. I won't. And he makes his way out! Let's go.
Yee. And with that, we're going to transition to Sir Folk, who has been living for a couple of days comfortably inside of the apartment with, oh god, what was his name again? It's somewhere in my notes, unless someone else wrote it down and remembers. What was your friend's name?
I do not remember. I wish I'd written it down. Sheeps, do you remember?
Yeah, I was about to ask you.
I do not.
Fuck it, we'll rename him. I don't feel like going through my mountain of notes, and he's only been named once. What's the name of your human companion? Group, come up with a man's name.
David Maxwell.
David Attenborough.
That'll work.
No, that's a joke. That's an actual person.
Okay.
David Maxwell?
Sure. He has a cat named Maxwell. He named it after himself.
What an egotist.
Well, I mean, if it's named after his last name, then it just took his family name. It's Mr. Maxwell. David Maxwell and his cat, Mr. Maxwell.
I posted something in the chat.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's adorable.
Talking about cats, damn.
Yeah.
I gotta set up a way to quickly show the GIFs that you guys all share again. Hang on. Do I have a way set up? I think I do. Give me a second.
We don't have to.
Why?
Because it takes time and it crashes your stream.
Yeah.
Hang on. I got it right here.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Cat GIF. Cat gif.
Kitty.
Also, that was in response to the lighthouse. Fun fact, the guy from the lighthouse, the Green Goblin. God, what's the actor's name? I just had it in my head.
Applebee's.
What?
Huh?
He was the most viewed male actor in the world for the last 3 years running.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You know, when you said The Lighthouse, I was thinking of the movie The Lighthouse, and apparently that's a very scary film.
Oh, it's a great
Yeah,
film. I highly recommend it.
Anyway.
But yes,
Anyway.
You've been living for a little bit of time in David Maxwell's apartment, and you know, getting gradually acclimated to the modern day, shown how the internet works. You now understand the concept of indoor plumbing and electricity to whatever degree you want your character to understand these things. At this
Look,
point,
my
you can have your character understand or not understand anything you want because you've been here long enough to have done some research.
Sick. Okay.
Oh, you're the
Sorry.
wizard.
You know how the coffee maker works now.
He's the
Oh, I
wonderful
love
wizard of
coffee.
ooze. He's
Ew.
so slimy.
Thank you for that.
And is it safe to say you've been trying to set up your own little wizard corner in the home, right?
I'm trying to. I'm basically building from the ground up, right?
Yeah.
I'm going from the very basics of magics, and I'm expanding from there. And I'm gonna try and I want to teach David Maxwell how to do magic if I can.
Alright. You're sleeping on his couch, by the way.
Absolutely.
So you're
If he's
using...
like an armchair, I'm gonna claim that for me.
If he has a what?
Like an armchair, you know, like a lazy boy or
Yeah,
something.
you
I was like,
100% have, like,
I'm-
state claim to a corner of his small city apartment where you are like, you know, this apartment has a living room kitchen combo, a bedroom, and a bathroom. That's it. So he's in the bedroom, and in the living room space right near the biggest window, you've like moved his home office desk there. You've moved his bookshelf to be next to you. You've dragged the armchair, and you now have like a little wizard corner right against the window. Sorry if I have a little bit of gross indigestion-y sounds. I've been drinking a coffee milkshake, and my tummy is upset with me now.
You're good.
Saying that for audience's sake. Apparently, Doodle's
look.
getting my burps out for me.
No,
Doodle and I.
But, yeah, you have, like, a wizard corner in this man's apartment. And, yeah, so, you trying to teach him the basics of magic is also serving for you to try and refresh yourself.
Right. Because I have to, it's like I have the memory, but I don't have the ability. I have to
Yeah.
reteach myself.
You have
right?
the muscle memory, but not the active cognitive memory of knowing all of this.
I'm just re-researching magic in modern day.
Which is, as you're trying to find things online, surprisingly hard to find things that aren't just utter bullshit.
Not surprised. Like, sir, folks, like, why would they lie on the internet? This is the greatest database of knowledge to ever exist, and they're lying.
I imagine Maxwell's just getting home from his job, and he's just like, yeah, welcome to the internet. How have things been going with all your searches?
Next to nothing. Unfortunately. Seems they really did succeed.
What about that
Magic.
whole dowsing thing you've been working on? And he motions over to the corner of the room where you have taken a globe he has and set up a number of, like, rings and, like, magnifying glasses and pendulums and other such things with the express purpose of trying to track down magical occurrences. It's a...
Currently, nothing happened, and so it hasn't detected anything.
Yeah, at this point it hasn't done anything, so you're not sure if it's just not detecting anything, or if you haven't set it up right. Given that you've lost most of your arcane knowledge, it can be hard to tell if you're actually still doing things correctly sometimes.
Yeah. It could be a number of factors. My own inability to remember. But it could just be no magical activity.
You I forgot you now have you found your character art. Let me quickly show that here, so that viewers know what you look like. Oh god, the image is huge. That is what his character looks like. Isn't that fancy schmancy?
I was kind of picturing Dr. Orpheus from Venture Brothers.
I don't remember that character, but it's been a while since I did a watch through Venture Bros.
You're
Also,
not going there. I had Taco Bell for lunch.
here is Sheeb's updated their character artwork. Look how cute that is. Look at that cute Goral.
Nice.
So that is that's what's clinging to you, Ruby.
Woo.
But yeah, as
and Doodle updated the title card for Jenna.
Oh, that's very cute.
It's sick.
Oh wow, that is very nice.
I'm obsessed with it already.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I can update this on the logo end easily as well. Hang on. I love the active updating of your character as this campaign goes. New costumes, new logos. It feels like your character is trying to figure out who they are as a hero just as much as you as a player are, and that's very fun.
Yeah. I'm obsessed.
There we go. Updated logo. Hang on. Why is it? It should update in just a second. The image is saving. There we go. Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, it's so cool.
Hang on. I can make it better. Give me a second. Yee. Anyway, fun times, fun
It's
stuff.
all official and stuff.
Yee. So, words. Yes, as you are talking with him, Maxwell, about how you're trying to figure things out, you know, what was the exact wording you were just using?
Sorry. Me?
Yes.
what were we talking about? We got sidetracked.
The internet. How they lie on the internet.
Right. Are you asking like what I'm looking up?
Yeah, oh yeah, and he also motioned to the dowsing thing, asking if you had any luck, and you were telling him you hadn't.
Right, yeah. It could just be, you know, there's no magical activity happening. I may have not set it up right. It's hard for me to remember. And it seems like the internet is not going to be as much help as I anticipated.
How exactly is magic something you can forget? I mean, I can't imagine it's too different from my education.
Made a deal.
A deal?
As did apparently every other wizard. To save our cities during the Crusades. So we left this plane, and with it came magic. And it seems that was more complete than I anticipated. I thought there would be hedge wizards and witches and the like that would have somehow survived, but
no one. Well, if you want, maybe we can take a summer trip to the City of Sin. There's apparently a bunch of mages there. They're just trick magicians, not actual magic users.
When you said that, like, we're gonna like look at him like with a raised eyebrow and like I'll kind of look up like, why did you tell me? And like, are you fucking with me?
Yeah, he's just like they're trick magicians, like just children's trick of the eye magic tricks, not actual magic users. Sorry. Hey, is it supposed to be doing that? And he points at your tracking device you've been working on. The globe
It's working.
is spinning around in various directions. The pendulum has set itself swinging, and the mirrors are quickly turning. Or the mirrors and magnifying glasses are quickly turning and shifting. You quickly scramble over, and as if taken by instinct, you begin to move it around. Grabbing the mirrors and magnifying glasses and adjusting them to help it set where it's supposed to be, as like innate knowledge that you have always held deep down takes hold, and you know how to operate this device to efficiency. And
there we go.
As you do, it directs you to a location in the coast, not far from your current location.
You spoke something of a summer road trip?
He looks at you like, lets out a sigh, like, or do I have to bring you? Can't you fly?
You don't want to see? Aren't you curious?
That's in the middle of the bay, though.
Oh. Fair enough. Suppose you can't swim out there.
We could always rent a fishing boat. And with that, we're now going to cut back over to to Raven.
Hello, yes?
So, you are making your way through the labyrinth. Sorry, I'm multitasking while I speak, so forgive me if I'm a little bit stumbly on my things I'm saying.
No, you are completely fine.
But yeah, you, I'm trying to just make the UI look a little nicer. You are making your way through the labyrinth. There we go. I think that fits everyone's names in much better. As you do, you're moving through the sections you're very familiar with. The tall skyscraper height walls of the labyrinth bunkering either end. Small plant life and creatures growing around. But as you move through, slowly the insects flying by appear larger and larger, going from the size of small gnats and dragonflies to as big as your palm, and then even as big as your head, flying by. A harsh buzzing sound emanating from their wings as they fly past you. The smooth, well-cut, almost seamlessly put-together walls slowly give way to these hexagonal pillars of basalt and other similar minerals and materials, an almost natural formation making up this section of the labyrinth. And as you go through, you start to hit points where the underbrush is made up of larger, thicker palms and leaves and grass. And then you begin to emerge to a much wider section, the most open area of the labyrinth you've ever seen, as you arrive at the Leviathans Causeway. An open field of rolling hills, lakes, and small mountains, roughly the size of a small metropolitan city, and or not even small, like a large metropolitan city, and scattered throughout it, creatures of titanic proportion meander through the area. Large, misshapen humanoid creatures, their skin leathery and tough, nearly impenetrable to most weaponry. Reptilian creatures of gargantuan scale, capable of arcanely charged elemental and radioactive breaths. Apes, intelligent as men, but large as buildings, scale mountaintops, and fight for dominance of this region. This is the land of the Leviathan, the land of the monster, the land of the kaiju and the titan. And it's somewhere here that the rift you're looking for should be located. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's just mesmerized by his surroundings. Like, he is just, like, looking at the creatures and just staring at them. kind of feels like home, isn't it? It does remind me of home, a little bit.
We would like to feast on these creatures. The parasite in your mind speaks.
I would rather not. I don't know what these things are capable of, but I don't know.
Fascinating
More the
entities, aren't they? Am speaks in your mind.
They are indeed.
They used to inhabit the planet, or the planet Earth, long ago. But a hunt was staged out against these giant creatures during the Crusades. That's when I was aided by a mage to hide their entire island here, underneath inside of the labyrinth. Long ago, this whole place was just a island in the earth known as Skull Island, located in. Hang on. So I'm just looking at my lore doc super fast. Located in the. Located in the plain ocean.
Oh, I see. So are we like their guardians?
More so, it's just a place that I agreed to preserve them in exchange for other resources. That deal has really long since run its course. And I've merely been letting them live their life as they naturally would here. You don't need to feel a need to protect, to avoid harming them if they attack you. Many of them propagate naturally.
Am I allowed to kill at least one of them?
Oh, as many as you deem necessary in your search for the rift. They are very aggressive creatures. Fiercely territorial.
I kinda don't want to kill them, Tassar, considering that if these species have been here for a while, I think maybe we should let them be. I was only thinking of that if we need tools or other essentials of need. That is true, but we're only here to go to the rift, not really for supplies. I know. But it is a thought that I have in mind for later if things go smoothly. I may come back here for a little hunt. Just don't overdo it. At least keep some of them alive so they keep repopulating. I don't want to overhunt them. Don't worry.
Sorry, finish. Sorry, finish. I thought you
No,
No, you continue.
Christ. Well, I'll make sure not to overhunt them. We will probably think of a compromise of what we will do. It does give me a nostalgia of home, though. Very much so. Yeah, it does. But we should probably keep continuing along the way, Tassar. We shouldn't be distracted of just mesmerizing of our surroundings. I'll keep that in mind. I'm trying not to be distracted. And they follow the pathway. But as you're going to say, I'm so sorry.
I was going to say, I feel like you do such a good job of distinguishing the two personalities in both tone of voice and speech pattern. It's super good.
I try. It's not very easy, but I try.
You begin to make your way through the area, and then as you do, we transition over back to our magic using friend. You are on a straight up like a shrimping boat in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, the joys of technology.
You're
standing at like what is it, like Titanic style?
What was his name?
With his wings out, just going, "This is wonderful."
Something Maxwell. What was I forgot his name again already. David Maxwell. He's like clinging to part of the boat. He's like, "Yeah, great time." As you're hitting little waves and the boat, small boat is jostling. Are you sure we should have agreed to let these people? Are you sure we should have agreed to let these people on our boat, Ernie? Oh, come on, lighten up, Bert. Hey, that one's clearly a superhero, pointing to to Sir Folk. As they are the owners of this boat.
I was just kind of like giving him a thumbs up.
Which,
sure. I'm a hero for right now.
Yeah, Tristan, for context. Sleepy for context. Tristan had requested Ernie and Bert a while ago, and I just keep popping them in randomly. And yes, they look straight up like they do in Sesame Street. They're just short people with yellow and orange skin.
Yeah, don't drink the water. There's something in it.
When they panic, they flare their hands over their head and go, "Ah!"
Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright.
But, God, what was his first name again? Jesus, I just asked it. David.
David.
Oh.
David is
Okay.
What? You're gonna put it in chat. Yeah. David is holding his phone, which on Google Earth you guys marked the location, or sorry, not Google Earth. What's another word for a large number?
Pi.
Googleplex.
Oh, I do like pi on Pi Maps. On Pi Maps is you guys have pinned up the location of that your like sensor had found. He's like, I think we're in the right area. And then you see a flying truck swoop down and hovering. Oh wait, no, that's right. You guys would have switched off the truck. You see, sorry, of a submarine sailing over the surface of the water coming over. Which, from your perspective, is a large, just metallic, cigar-shaped thing moving through the water.
Now, what the hell? Oh wait, why did I go southern so hard? Hold on.
He's integrating well into the modern climate.
David, what is that? David, don't go southern, man.
You're making me so tempted to play the soundboard. If you keep, I keep hearing the name David.
I'm gonna commit to a slightly southern voice. It's just that much easier for me.
Why would a guy from medieval, like, equivalent to medieval Europe?
You know what's crazy is that the southern dialect is closest to Old English dialect.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like in the way we speak.
Oh.
So, it's a little there. It crosses over.
That's just the Shadowfell accent.
Yeah, just the sure. Yeah, make it southern.
Shadowfell, they all got southern accents. You see,
they're all just a little southern.
Well, on the Feywild, they sound Cockney.
Oh my god!
Actually,
Cockney.
yes.
Oh, mate, can I get your name, please, sir?
I would lose myself if I ever hear a Fae talk like that.
Ollie, you gotta commit to that now. I want you to know we're committing to this.
But yeah, he looks over, he's like, it looks like, is that a submarine? Meanwhile, aboard the submarine is Ollie, Radical Ruby, Starling, Bobby, Dolan, and Professor Gads.
So cool, so cool, so cool.
Let's just hurry this along. I'm not sure how I feel about being in this thing. Which, to describe the layout of the submarine a little bit to you guys, hang on, I'm actually gonna draw this out super fast. Give me a second. Make the drawing layer visible. So it's like, the front half of it is domed, and it's like a window that has these struts going across it to help it, to just reinforce the glass. So it's a big domed front with struts. And then the interior... Hang on. Let me move this aside a little bit more.
And just to make sure, the submarine is a different vehicle from Dallon's truck?
Yes.
That can also fly?
You guys stopped at the military base and got in a new vehicle.
Okay, good to know.
So it is
Also,
of
I-
Gad's
I
own
will-
design, and it propels itself via a large pair of tail fins and a pair of side fins. It literally swims like a fish.
Also, I will say, I might have to go get food soon. My blood sugar is like 50.
Oh yeah, go get food.
No.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay.
I will be right back.
This back area here is all... Or hang on, it'd be more shaped like... So, this is like the back engine area. Which is where you guys aren't. The area that I'm about to fill in with, like, yellow, that is the back engine area. You guys are all in the teal sec... Ooh, that escaped the thing. You guys are all in the section that I'm about to color in teal. Give me a second. Which is, like, set up to be a relatively comfortable space for you to be in. Like, it's not, like, a comfortable home or anything. It's, like, clearly, like, the inside of a research vessel. You know? But, there's, like, spots to sit, there's a table, there's computers and communicators. And, Gads was more than willing to not mention to, the commander that you guys have Ollie with you. And the little spot where I'm putting the black line is where the door into the back section is. And where I'm putting a circle is a spot where you climb up and out, and where you can also use like a viewport to, like, the part that you exit through has a little domed roof similar to the front, so that if it's like partially submerged, you can still look out through that. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're all aboard that as you're sailing towards the location. Any character conversation want to be had? What?
So we're underwater now?
Oh, well, you are... The submarine is about half submerged. As you guys are just moving across the surface at the moment. To get to the location where you will dip further in.
Can I get out, please?
Unless you're looking to swim back to shore, the chance to get out has already passed, pal.
Swim?
Don't worry, you're fine. This thing was engineered by Professor Gads himself. I'm sure it's stable.
Well, I don't know who that is.
As the here, oh, it's me. As the man piloting, like waves to you, and he is a 4 foot tall, lanky individual who's almost completely balding, aside from jets of white hair coming out the side and the top of his head.
Whoa! The Munchkin.
Cancelled. He laughs
when
like
you-
taps his knee. Sorry, go ahead.
So, assuming Dallon's with us, right?
Mhm.
Is he? So, Dallon, when you said that as vigilantes we would be called on anytime to do missions and take care of things and whatnot.
Not vigilantes
think you meant-
anymore, legal heroes.
Right. Sorry. Gotta get used to that now. 2 missions in one day feels like a bit of a lot.
Well, there's an old saying, "It loves company." Sometimes things happen back to back. It's not really the norm, though.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Is that a winged man? You hear from Gad. And when you guys look out the front of the submarine, sure enough, there's a man with big black wings stood on the front of a fishing vessel right over where your destination is.
Oh my.
That's a bird.
No, I think that's a man.
No,
It,
it's a plane. Wait,
No,
what
it's
does it sound
definitely a
like?
man.
it's definitely not a crab.
Huh. Are you gonna do anything when you see the submarine, Sleepy? Sir
I'm
Folk?
going to. I want to try to use my Alpha Stigma and read it because I have no idea what the fuck this is.
It isn't magic, but you can tell there's magic aboard. You can also
So-
sense magic in the water below.
David, it's a container of magic, and there's magic in the water.
It's a submarine. It lets people go underwater.
Wait, do you think they're going to the magic?
I love
Probably.
that he just has a southern accent now. I'm sorry. That's just it.
It's literally that much easier for me.
This medieval fantasy world
I
wizard
escaped the southern accent, man.
speaking in a southern accent. He spent 1 week in our world and picked up a new accent.
Absolutely.
It's the Alpha Stigma. You watched a bunch of documentaries that Southerners voiced over, and now you've developed a Southern accent. Yeah, you watched a bunch.
Black and white westerns, and he was like, "Oh my god, this is enthralling."
And you just develop accents unusually quickly due to your Alpha Stigma. Yep, I like that as the canon explanation. Yeah. He's just like, it's a thing people use to go underwater. I think it might be military.
Do you think they'll let me in?
What? I don't know. No,
Well-
that was, to be clear, him saying, I don't, comma, no. But of course it can easily be read as, I don't know. As in, I don't know if they'll let you on.
I guess I can go find out.
What? And I'm gonna fly over.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off and fly over there.
Are you gonna land, like, on the front window, which is vaguely green tinted?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll just land on like the little front section. Hello.
You can see
Knock, knock.
you can see Gads on the front in the pilot seat, like looking shocked.
I'm gonna wave.
Dallin immediately raises his gun to the windshield.
Ollie waves.
Bobby waves.
What was it you said?
You can like see like Hulk's face pressed up against glass. Are y'all gonna look at the magic?
Magic, oh boy.
What? Magic? What are you talking about?
He turned into a bird into a man.
Oh, what is happening? Dallin lowering his gun and like pinching his brow.
We're making friends.
I think we should let him on, Gads says.
Yeah.
Maybe he could give me a ride back to land.
This is supposed to be a military operate. Oh, what do I give a hell? Go ahead, let him on.
Okay.
As he just goes over and sits down, like face palming.
Bobby goes open door.
You know
Like, you
the
open the
famous
top hat.
meme of Picard face palming, like half face palming.
Yeah.
Dallin's just in
Yeah.
that pose.
I only have a picture of Hopper doing it though. I'm sorry.
You have a picture of I thought you had a picture of Barbara doing it.
I need to make one.
Wasn't there a picture of Seth doing it too that was made when he was Oh, I just realized I never closed my web browser.
Oh, no wonder you're lagging.
There you go, baby. Put it in the chat.
Hang on. Oh shoot. I just realized I never put out the posts that we were live. Whoops.
Smooth-brained individual.
Posting them all now. It's okay, people only missed the first, what was it, hour of stream. You know, just the setup.
It's okay.
It's okay. They came just in time for the man with wings pressed against the glass of a submarine.
I too often come to that.
All right.
We're assaulting you.
Hang
I'm
on.
gonna open the hat. Hulk is gonna like get up and go to the hat.
Yeah, you go to the hatch. Who's letting you in? Who's letting him in?
Bobby.
So you see what you immediately recognize from your arcane knowledge has a magical golem open the door.
Magic.
You can
Hello.
sense he is clearly an enchanted object. Like, you can feel the magic energy coming off of him.
So, who made you?
The man inside here?
You guys go, so yeah, you guys go down and in, and you now see the interior of the submarine. And you also immediately are detecting one, you recognize Starling, who you had met at a diner. Don't question the continuity of when different missions take place. It doesn't necessarily make sense. I realize there's very little way in which she could have met you while also having gone through the things she did, but listen, somehow she's already met you at the cafe. I don't know when your session canonically takes place.
It can take place a while back.
Yeah, it's theoretically before she joined the military.
Yup.
But yeah, you can see Starling, who you can detect magic coming off of. You see a woman in a red dress. You should be able to see... Actually, hang on, let me go and just get Ruby's character image. And display it in the thing.
Yeah. And look at art.
There we go. Where's the Ruby artwork? Yes. You see... Hang on. Oh god. You see this girl, and she's definitely magical. You can sense magic coming from her. You also see... getting a bunch of images, sorry. You see... Where the hell is... There he is. This figure, who is also dripping with magical energy. I hope you're ready for this one.
I cannot wait. I'm watching. I'm looking. My eye. Listen to my ears.
Hang on. He should be displaying in just a second for you. Oh, there it is. You see him.
Oh, my God. Okay.
The Cumsock himself.
Hey, be nice.
I'm coming as fast as I can.
No.
God, I wish that were me.
Screams.
You might be the oddest thing I've ever seen. I've seen some things.
Yeah, so basically magic is coming off of Ruby, Ollie, Bobby, and Starling in this room.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, we're magical.
Sleepy's character can detect magic.
Hey, buddy, are you okay?
Me?
Yeah, you took a pretty hard hit on that windshield of the submarine over there. Are you all right?
Probably when you fell from heaven.
Sure. We can say that. So tell me, and he's gonna kind of like wave at Starling and go, "Hey, kid. I'm a little curious. There's a lot of magic here. You mind telling me
magic?
What you may know about it?"
The man at the front of the boat chuckles. What do you mean magic here?
Well, the kid, the golem, the whatever that is, and the girl in the red dress.
Oh, that's Starling.
Starling. All giving off magic, and I guess you don't know, do you?
He turns around from the seat and he's like, I don't know where you get the idea of them being magic.
Well, I can see it. Simple as. But the golem said you made it, right?
Oh, you mean Bobby?
Bobby, apologies.
I didn't make him a friend of mine had made him a while ago, but I'm the one who primarily oversees his repairs and maintenance. Yes.
So he was made with magic.
He sort of I cannot do the laugh. He's like, magic. He's a new advanced form of technology, utilizing a highly unique power core. As he goes over and like pats Bobby.
It's a magical power core.
Why do you keep saying magic now? You're certainly an unusual individual. He starts walking in circles, looking at you. An older style accent and very unusual attire, matching with your wings. We don't have any reports of a meta with your description. Where did you come from?
I don't think I remember looking at that on the internet. You're calling that these magically gifted individuals, right?
A metahuman, a human with a human who is either a super soldier or a descendant of one, granting them parahuman abilities.
Super soldier.
Dolan here is a super soldier, and Starling has relation to one, granting her abilities. As far as Ollie and Ruby go, I've yet to deduce the source of their powers.
Well, it's probably innately magical, because I can see that. But that super soldier, what was his name?
The name's Dolan. He stands up from his seat. Doodle, how tall is Dolan again?
Like fucking.
I'm gonna get the image of him while you figure that out.
Some fucking height of like 6 to 7 feet tall.
Yeah, somewhere between 6 and 7 feet tall.
Impressive.
And hang on. Where is the image of him? Where is the image of... There it is.
Hulk and Dolan would be around the same height.
He is slightly taller than you.
Okay, that works.
Hang on.
So am I thinking
he's also a pretty boy cowboy looking motherfucker.
Oh god.
That is true.
Hang on.
He's in Bobby
get together.
He wears Crocs.
No, he doesn't. Leave him alone with his freaking weird ass spurs.
Here we go. I'm about to show him.
I don't know how to draw spurs.
This handsome man in Crocs is approaching. He walks up to you, and he's taller than you. Ollie is in fact taller than him.
Oh god, not the weird one.
The Comstock, yeah, he's taller. This guy's taller than you, and the Comstock's taller than him.
Why are you being mean?
Am I sensing any magic off of Dolan here?
No.
So you're a super soldier, right? Why did I say it like that? You're a super soldier, right?
Where is my super soldier? Yes.
Went from medieval to prospector to New Yorker, to New York gangster.
He just scoops up accent.
What the fuck is this then?
He steals accents the same way that the English language steals consonants and vowels.
I'm just gonna start doing different voices for him.
You're collecting accents like Pokemon.
He's just doing what the British Museum does. Just takes what it says and then returns it.
He is trying to be so modernized that he must steal accents from people.
I'm trying to acclimate the many thousands of years of like culture I've missed into myself as quickly as possible.
Your dialect will make a fine addition to my collection.
You can just gloss over anything prior to the 1960s. There's very little of cultural value in that time. Or at least very little you would want to absorb.
Yeah, everything that I'd want right now is about right around now, so.
But yeah, this man walks up to you.
So you're a super soldier, but you're not magical. So what makes you super?
I'm gonna begin our descent. Egad goes over to the control panel.
Start like the arms and shit.
I'm stronger than most people and have heightened reflexes. Now I'm wondering where exactly you got your abilities from.
I was born with them. Long, long time ago.
Molded by it.
Is Sheeb's back yet? I like to think Sheeb's character is in the laboratory. She's just in the back room shitting her brains out.
As the submarine starts to descend, Ollie starts to panic and he goes up to
still activate Bolt of Speed.
He's like, you gotta get me out of here. You gotta fly me back to shore. You just gotta.
Yeah, so the Raggedy Ann is shaking you, demanding to be flown away.
It seems like you guys are going on one ship. So I'm going with y'all.
What's your interest in the dimensional fissure?
Well, I didn't know that's what that was, but it's magic, and that's where my interest lies.
What do you mean, magic?
Magic is seemingly lost to all of you, and it seems only innately magical people, which you're calling metas.
Give me a moment. Egad steps away from the controls as the sub is descending, and he's gonna walk up to you and pull from his lab coat a strange-looking, like device shaped similar to a pricing gun. And he pulls out, hits a button, and two little fins shoot out the side of it, and he starts pointing it at you, and when he waves it by you, it starts making sound.
What does that do?
He lifts it up and he nods. I think I know what he's calling magic. As he closes the device. Hang on. I'm trying to find the name I had for this. Give me a moment. Stupid phone locking up on me. He refers, or he says, hold on. Epsilon radiation.
What?
What?
He looks to Bobby. Epsilon radiation. The same material that you are being powered by. It is a unique element. It's a unique element that was discovered by my my former partner, Professor. Hang on. I have it in my notes right here. Professor Lancaster, before he was ostracized.
My friend, magic has been known for thousands and thousands of years. It's just been lost to you guys. But I do want to meet this professor, because if he's the only one to have rediscovered magic.
Sadly, he's on the run because he's a wanted criminal. He returns to the front of the submarine.
Back.
Looking back.
Starling.
What did he do?
Starling emerges from the bathroom to see that the wizard she met a few days ago is on the submarine.
Oh, hi! It's you again!
Hey, kid.
Okay.
I like how you talk to her, your southern accent goes away. When you yell at everybody else, your southern accent kicks in. I'm sorry. You could go, Ruby.
Okay. If you're going to join us for this here excursion that we're on, I should ask, who are you? Because I don't think we've established that to the entire group here yet.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know as well.
My name is Sir Folk. Once a wizard king, now a courier.
Dolan cocks an eyebrow at you.
You're a courier.
Courier, as in messenger, or deliverer of knowledge and messages.
Like a mailman.
Kind of.
I find the Wizard King stuff hard to believe, but you are also a man with wings. So, I'm more inclined to believe it.
Wait, wings?
I'm Ruby, by the way.
Oh, Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, he's got a
Starling,
big
you
pla-
never knew.
Ollie pushes like a spot on his chest.
Oh, I do want to say, whenever Hulk like got into the submarine, his wings aren't there.
Yeah, okay, you got rid of your wings when you entered the submarine.
Yeah.
Wait, he wouldn't know Starling in her like hero outfit.
Oh
He
yeah.
saw her in her civilian garb. He
So
would
this
know her
woman
as
in
Jenna.
this woman in a
Ollie.
costume had just said, "Oh, hey, it's you," and you don't recognize her.
Well,
You could roll intelligence.
Can I do? Does everybody have like a different magical sense to them, or is it just all just blanket magic?
It's generally hard for you right now to tell the difference between magic. You used to be able to, but you haven't been able to lately.
Powers again. I understand.
Although I will allow you to do a perception check of difficulty 4.
Sure, fuck it, let's go. Fuck. What do I need to roll for this again? I'm sorry.
5d10 plus an extra d10 for any relevant skills that would boost it.
I do have what is it? I do have a skill that actually boosts this.
Perfect memory.
Knowledge of the arcane would actually help. 100%.
Alright.
It's lower. 5d10, so I roll 6d10.
I thought this would be one stream where I wasn't eating during it, and then my blood sugar decided to be an asshole.
Let's see, that is 1 failure and 1 burst success.
Me and
hold on.
Cheebs are always eating during each other's streams.
4. That's 2 successes with 1 burst.
So you got 2 successes?
With 1 burst, yes.
So are you counting the burst as one of the 2?
Yes, sorry.
Alright, and did you already roll the bonus die from the burst?
Yes, I did.
Alright, well, you needed at least 4, so you do not recognize her magic signature.
Right. Well, hello, another magical being.
It's Jenna from the coffee shop. Hi.
Hey.
Yeah.
So you know these people too. You know about. Have you told them about magic at all? Because they seem just as surprised as you were.
I haven't gotten a chance to. Figured it wasn't my place.
You've met this man, Starling? Dolan looks to you.
I have, yeah.
Well, apparently the professor saw right to allow him on our mission for reasons I'm not entirely clear on. The words. The submarine is still moving down, and you can see outside it's getting darker and darker. And dude, this is your first time going underwater.
I know.
For you, Sir Folk.
Mine too.
And like Folk is gonna get right up on the glass.
And you can see all the fish swimming by.
This depth should be but impossible unless you have specific magics.
Oh.
To think you were able to achieve this with just technology.
It's simply about creating a device that can... What's that, Glad?
Jenna's trying to not have a panic attack.
Ollie also is trying not to have a panic attack. He out of his pocket, he pulls out an umbrella and just like...
Okay. Ruby, I think seeing both Starling and Ollie in distress would like to just sing a song to try to help them feel better about being underwater.
Which, oh man, so you're singing a nice soothing tune to keep everyone calm, and,
on the dusty.
You can sense magic coming from that song, powerfully radiating as she sings. Sir Folk.
Folk's gonna come out, turn his head. It seems like your magic manifests through when you sing.
Okay. I gotta get back to the song if you don't mind. So.
Continue singing. La 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 la, don't be scared. La 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 la, seasickness is bad. After a moment, you hear, we are approaching the fissure sites now. And as you look out the front of the submarine, you can see a large glowing blue crack in the ground.
Oh.
Huh?
So that's
Interesting.
dimensional fissure, huh?
That is just a
Dimensional
theory as to
what?
what it is. You see, all studies have shown that epsilon radiation doesn't originate from our reality, but an adjacent one. And I have reason to believe that what has occurred here is a fissure to wherever epsilon radiation may come from. And now, we're about to go through! And the submarine starts to descend towards the giant crack.
Well, does anybody else have a get out of jail free card? David told me that one.
Are you sure about this,
fine.
Doc? Dolan sort of getting behind him. We haven't even
Colin, I'd be very nervous if I was you.
We haven't even sent a probe through. Oh, I've sent 12. Every single one of them loses connection once it goes through. Do you see the panic rise in Dolan's eyes?
Hey, Doc, just to make sure, keep us focused, what are we looking for again, and what do we do when we find it?
Well, theoretically, the other side of this may be where the giant creatures are coming from. As every single one of them was doused in epsilon radiation. Of course, that's just a theory, and we're just mainly on a exploration excursion for me to examine what's on the other side here. You're all here for protection in case there's more giant monsters there.
Great. And Jenna's just gonna, like...
Monsters?
And as you go through the rift, there's a jostle as you all feel yourself thrown around inside the submarine. And with that...
Jenna's gonna try to hold on to Ruby again.
We are gonna cut
So
back to Raven. So, Raven,
Yes.
you have been creeping through the underbrush and in and out of caves inside of this region. There's also ancient ruins scattered around, you've noticed. Quite interestingly. It seems as though at some point people were trying to live here. Whether that was before or after it went into the labyrinth, you're unsure.
He's gonna, like, take a look at the, I guess the stuff around the walls, or the drawings, if there's any clues or anything like that.
So, many of the structures that you pass through, or actually, give me a general intelligence check.
Okay,
Aided by your expertise on the labyrinth.
Okay, let me go get bring up the dice thing real quick. So it would be five dice
Plus 1 from your labyrinth speciality, and other skills may apply if you think. Let me know which ones you think will.
I think so it would be 6 then.
Yeah,
6 die.
unless you have another skill you think applies.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What'd you get?
Give me a second. So...
I'll take this as a moment to give a blanket reminder to all players and viewers who are interested how the roles work. You can find a breakdown of the system rules in the Discord link down below in the Heart of Action tab under my category.
No, go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say, you roll 5d10 plus extra ones for skills. 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s are ignored. Anything 6 and up is a success. For every 10 you get, roll another die, and repeat what you just did, removing 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, and treating everything above as a success. Then, after you've counted up your successes, reduce the success range for every 1 you rolled.
So... I got a 10, a 9, a 10, a 1, a 4, and a 3. But then I rolled for the 2 10s, which I got an 8 and a 7, but the 1 kind of fucked it up.
That's 5 successes brought down to a 4, which is above average, so that's good.
Yes.
You can tell, so looking at the structures, many of them seem to have been built in such a way that many of the large creatures could still pass through the areas where they are. Either with them being built very close to mountains or with very wide open arching pathways so that people could sort of walk above the creatures. And you think that's why many of these ruins still exist, is because the creatures aren't knocking them over, you know? And the cave paintings seem to depict numerous images of people seemingly worshipping the different creatures. At one point, you find old abandoned tools hung on the wall of one, all clearly made using the remnants of some of the giant monsters that were slain. Whether it is an axe comprised of a glowing blue scale, or a spear tipped with what appears to be a large beast's fang, or even armor comprised of bone from a larger primate. The people who lived here at one point utilized the remnants of monster fights to create tools. Perhaps even they took to slaying the monsters themselves, but no cave paintings seem to depict hunts, only reverence.
You know, you made me since you mentioned that, I'm kind of wanting that spear. I'm thinking about it now.
Alright, yeah, you can have a spear. If you want to add, like, take note in your character sheet somewhere that you have a spear made from monster fang.
Yeah.
As you examine it closer, you can tell it was one large bone that was carved down into a spear shape, and the tip of it is very clearly still the original fang tip. You even notice what appears to be a small hole that would have been used to introduce venom back in the day, meaning you could, if you were able to get some, poison this spear.
He definitely, when he looks at that, he is very intrigued, and it's giving him ideas. He's like, I could probably use this at some point.
The site of the rift isn't far away now. Keep moving.
I will.
And you soon emerge through the cave and ruins that you were just passing through, and you step up out of the cave into like an old ruined 3-story structure that has a view of the nearby lake. You almost get the feeling that this building was built for viewing that lake specifically. And you can see a deep blue coming from the lake. When suddenly, something emerges from the water. Has all of you aboard the submarine, you are all tumbling around and falling on the ceiling. Has what was down is now up. Has right as you passed through the rift, gravity inverted, and the whole submarine, designed to always keep its bottom half pointing downward, spun around wildly, jostling all of you out of place. Gaz, being the only one sat down and buckled in, stayed comfortably within his seat.
But since I have an umbrella, I float down safely.
By
the way, I took damage from that.
Spinning in that shit. Like spinning in the glass in front of what was it, the guy sitting down.
You know the meme about the guy falling down the steps because he was drinking? That's all of us in this fucking submarine.
I can't believe.
So Tristan, I'm gonna give you a star point for summoning the umbrella. Do you want to actually damage your health, or give up that star point you just got for the umbrella?
Hey, I can do both. I'm fine.
Alright, so your star point count stays the same, and your health stays the same, and now you have an umbrella.
If I may ask, is Ollie still clinging to like Ruby and I guess by extension Charlie while casting the umbrella so that they also float down with him?
Oh, you know, thank you for remembering. I'm going to roll to see if he actually holds on to you guys. I don't know what I'm expecting to.
But as you all tumble around, Gads takes a moment to realize what happened. As he then makes you all are all surfaced on the other end of a lake, and Raven, you can see a large metal object has emerged from the dimensional rip inside of the lake.
I'm sorry, I dropped you both.
Oh.
Oh.
You're all.
He starts clicking. Oh, go on, sorry.
Oh no, yeah, you go ahead. So your character's clicking.
Yeah, he's He's getting very on edge right now. He's gonna click. And getting himself ready to prepare to fight if something bad's gonna happen.
Oh, this is fascinating. We've dropped from all GPS tracking systems. It's as if we're nowhere.
I have a question.
What is it, Starling?
Where do things in that bathroom go?
Oh, they're...
Oh no!
They are ejected out into the water.
Great.
Okay.
I'm gonna go vomit.
Okay, so can folks sense magic around here?
Looking out, you don't sense any immediate magic where you are now, aside from coming from the rift, which you can tell is a magical portal.
Raven sees vomit shooting out of the bottom of the sub.
Out of the sub's cloaca.
Oh!
What?
Back to the magic thing.
I think folks just gonna walk past everybody, and he's gonna start trying to climb out the hatch.
Egad is going to be piloting to the shore.
Wet.
And Raven, you see a man with wings emerge from the top hatch of the metal object.
My wings are not out yet.
Oh yeah, sorry. You see a man in armor and robes who you don't recognize emerge.
Nice try.
Do I see this person standing there?
Well, they're a little distance away inside of a ruin, so if you want to do an observation check... Raven, are you trying to hide?
Yes, he's gonna try to hide.
Alright, so you give me a stealth check, and Raven, you roll with advantage.
Oh, how much is for an advantage?
So you roll like normal, but then after you've finished the basic roll one extra die that can't crit fail.
Okay, so it's funny because I have a thing in stealthy.
Oh, I should say crushing failure. Or no dice breaks.
One.
I've got 2 successes.
Alright, so
can I roll the equivalent of a Constitution check to see if Starling actually gets sick?
If you want to roll that for yourself for fun, feel free.
Okay. She does not get sick.
I feel like Raven got more than 2 successes.
So I got. You wanna know what I got?
What?
Yeah.
So I got a 5, 6, 3, 8, and then a 10. That gave me a 4, and then a 5, and then the 1, but then a 10, and then a 5.
Good lord.
So you got 3 successes total. Raven got 2. I mean, Surfolk got 2. So you barely went out and stay hidden.
Yes.
Also, since Starling didn't get sick, I'm gonna say she's following the wizard.
Alright. So you do not see Raven in the distance, but you do see a giant monster walking by in the distance. Something that looks similar to a man, but is not. Standing about 2 stories tall.
A woman.
It's physically built like an infant, but it is 3 stories tall. And has a full head of hair.
I roll to see if I recognize this.
You do not recognize this creature. But I will say, Tristan, or not Tristan, God, why do I keep saying Tristan? Sleepy, feel free to remove Titans from your request list.
That's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Damn. Okay. Will do.
And that large creature, you do sense magic coming from it.
Oh.
And it turns and looks towards you. It yells and it echoes through the whole area and it starts running towards the lake before it is suddenly slammed as from a nearby mountaintop a giant gorilla leapt forth and body slammed the Titan and just starts to wail on it.
Hulk is going to spread his wings and take off into the sky.
Flying, so you begin to fly up and you can see that you are in what appears to be a bowl-shaped sort of valley region, lined with basalt column like the mountains are all made out of giant basalt columns. If you look up basalt columns and you'll see what I mean. It's a very particular type of geological formation. But like exactly all of the mountains and the edges and the cliffs are all made of this material. And flying up, you look up and you realize the sky looks strange, almost like a stained glass dome is overhead. Do you keep flying higher?
Yeah, I'm not gonna like full speed, but if I notice that it looks like there's some sort of barrier or something, I'm gonna like approach it and try and touch it.
You continue flying up. That dome looks like it could be miles in the air. Like it must be as high up as the sky lies within your world. It'll be a long flight if you're trying to reach that. But as you fly higher, you begin to get a view over the edge of the mountains at the edge of this region. And you begin to make out what looks like a structure surrounding. It looks like potentially a labyrinth, when suddenly you notice a large tower with a diamond-like structure. A red dot on it seems to swivel in your direction, and you're given just a moment to register a spell has been cast. As you realize a vaporization beam is being cast at you, a spell that, if you want, you can choose to memorize this spell in this moment, and you also will need to roll a level 4 dodge check, level 3 dodge check to avoid being hit at all, do a dodge check. On 6 successes, you aren't hit at all. On 3 successes, you avoid the brunt of the damage.
Okay, and yes, I do want to go ahead and try and take this spell for my own.
Yes, which I don't think you need to roll for that, if I recall. We just let it happen. You have a free spell slot, right?
Yes, I have 2 free spell slots.
Alright, so one of your free spell slots is filled in with that. Make sure you mark it as your most recently learned spell, because the order you learn spells matters. This spell, basically, when you cast it, a laser beam will shoot from your eyes that will, laser people. The intensity of it is entirely based off of how much force you put into it. It can do anything from lightly knock somebody over to vaporize a hole in steel.
Okay.
And that is what's being cast at you at full power.
Okay.
What did you roll on your dodge attempt?
I rolled 5.
So,
I got 2 bursts. And they both, so I got an 8, a 4, a 2, a 10, a 10, a 7, and a 6. So that is 5 successes with...
Do you want to spend 2 star points to roll 1 more die and hopefully avoid being hit? Otherwise, you are about to take 1d10 damage.
Okay. Star points are...
They're the hero symbols next to your health bar.
Oh, okay. So they're okay.
You have 12 right now.
Yeah,
hero point, star point. It's the same. Sorry. Yeah. Hero point is the setting specific version. Star point is what is in Heart of Action as a whole.
I got you. So yeah, star points. Yeah, I'll spend 2 star points.
All right. So you spend your 2 extra star points you had, and it.
That is.
What'd you get?
6 success. I got a burst, but then I got a 5.
Hell yeah.
6 success.
So the beam nearly hits you, but you narrowly dance below it and dip back down out of sight of the tower.
Nice.
And yeah.
I'm gonna kind of like float down back towards the submarine.
Oh yeah, and you all saw the beam go flying toward him. And it seemed to fizzle out mid-air just after missing him. Or anybody who was outside saw it, I should say. Meaning Starling and Raven saw it.
Starling is just stunned into fucking silence.
Yeah,
like,
and
what the fuck was that?
Raven, you of course know what the beam is.
Yeah, and he's like, and he's to himself like, shit. Better not hurt the fucking tower. I'm sure the tower's gonna be fine. I don't know. He's gonna be like looking a little bit, like taking a peek what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
like just like looking.
You can see the giant gorilla beating the piss out of the Titan. On the side, like the shore side. You see the gorilla has now scooped up a large boulder and is trying to cave in the Titan's head.
Lord.
Do they see Jenna?
Yes, Raven, you also see Starling, who I think you have met.
No,
You have
they
not?
have not
Okay,
met.
so it's another person you don't recognize. What are Bobby,
Yep.
Ollie, and Ruby doing inside?
Like, damn.
Huh?
That's scary out
Yeah,
there.
you can see out the
Does-
window the gorilla attacking the Titan as Egad is moving you guys towards the shore of the lake.
Okay, but does Starling see
The laser?
Raven?
Yeah, you saw Raven narrowly avoid getting hit by... Oh, no, wait, do you see Raven?
Yes!
Yeah, sorry. You saw God, names, so many names. You saw Sir Folk narrowly avoid being hit by the laser. Give me a perception check of difficulty 3.
Okay.
In the meantime, can Ollie, like, just swan dive out of the,
Holy fucking shit. Hey, I think Jenna's gonna see Raven.
Oh, what'd you got?
Boy.
Holy shit. I can't make this shit up. I'm posting this in chat because I cannot make this shit up.
You always getting the good rolls. 10, 10, 10, 10, 5.
Holy fuck.
Now watch them all roll a 1.
I will piss myself.
They all roll a 1, 0 successes.
Oh my god, they got 0?
No.
No, I was making a joke.
From the 4 10s I got 6, 7, 7, and another 5.
Well, 5 does nothing. So that's 4. You got 7 successes. You got a critical success on perceiving Raven. You see them in the distance, and you can make out a... Do you want to describe Raven's appearance real quickly for me, Veneer?
Not only do you see Raven, you see Raven naked.
No! No!
That's so Raven.
You
Sorry,
see
go
like
ahead.
you see a 5'6" figure that is like wearing black. He has armor on him and a like it looks like a scarf or something around his neck, and he has a mask on.
A pallid white
And-
mask.
Actually, it's more pinkish. It's like a weird pinkish whitish color. And you see part of his hair is like this like sheen, like in certain lighting it's like green, but it's black. So like if you see like a bright, like it's like sunny out or something, you'll see that it looks green to a degree.
I
Or
imagine the
in a certain
hair
area.
is like black with a green pearlescence, and the mask is white with a pink pearlescence.
Yeah, and then if you ever see his spines in the back, they will also be the same thing too. It's
Black
very
with green
like
pearlescence.
luminant. Yeah. But
So-
you definitely can tell.
And they're like hunched over hiding, holding a bone spear.
Yeah, they're not. They're like, yeah, they're on edge right now.
Jenna's gonna like.
Hang on, Ollie, you said you were gonna swan dive, like push Jenna aside, emerge, and swan dive out, right?
Well, I don't know where Jenna is. I assume she's on the ground.
Starling. Starling is on the top of the submarine.
Oh. Well, I assume she's out of the way of, like, the
Yeah,
hatch.
she's out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ollie swan dives out of the hatch and, like, right onto the ground and starts, like, kissing the ground because it's, like, dry, like, solid earth.
Yeah, as soon as you guys get to the shore, he's out. Dolan is climbing up and out as well.
And Starling is gonna look at the figure
Sorry, go ahead, Jade.
and
Is Professor Gad climbing out too?
He seems to be getting some equipment together. This is
Huh.
very curious. Very, very interesting environment. Looking at the sky
Professor,
above,
what's going on?
We appear to have slipped through a portal to another location. Either far enough away that the GPS systems can't pick us up, or perhaps we are under some sort of protective dome.
Is this because of the fissure? What?
Yes, we've just gone through it. We're on the other side now.
Oh my God. Okay.
He starts to climb the ladder with all of his stuff.
meanwhile,
Okay. Well, get the hell out of here. And
Yeah.
Ruby's gonna follow.
What is Starling doing?
Starling is going to see the figure and kind of like call out and like slide off of the submarine and start going toward them.
So, alright, I'm gonna quickly start to initiate a semi-turn-based rotation to make sure everyone can see what they're doing. So,
Yeah, where do you land?
Starling, go ahead and repeat what you... So you're gonna call out to Raven. What are you calling out?
Just, hey!
And you start to go over waving your hand. Raven,
Yeah.
how are you reacting? You do realize Ollie, somebody you met back during a bank robbery, has emerged.
His head perks up the moment that he can recognize Ollie, but he's still weary. He's gonna try to stand up, like a little bit stand up straight, holding the spear, but you hear the clicks. You still hear those aggressive clicks, though.
And Starling,
They're watching.
you can hear those clicks. It sounds almost like somebody clacking two large stones together, but more hollow sounding, coming from that direction. Bobby, what are you doing?
I am making sure people are together and okay, because this is strange.
Yeah. Are you climbing out of the submarine with everyone else?
Yes.
Which means, Raven, you also see Bobby now. Woo! So yeah, you emerge with the others. You see, as you are emerging, the gorilla that is smashing in the skull of the giant titan. He's like raising up his boulder again to do another swing. And this is like a good distance away, but whenever the rock hits the ground, you can feel, those who are on solid ground, a slight shake in the ground from it hitting the boulder down. Suddenly, a large four-legged, almost turtle-like thing comes barreling out from the large tree brush, which... That's another thing worth noting. All of the trees here are like the equivalent to redwood trees, but bigger. Like, I'm talking each tree itself is akin to a skyscraper. It comes barreling out from the brush, and it tackles the gorilla with its spiked shell. The gorilla stumbling back, as it then turns and swings its club-like spiked tail into the side of the gorilla and starts to try and eat the titan. As it's swinging its tail around in the direction of the gorilla. Ollie, what are you doing when you witness this?
Well,
You're kissing the ground currently.
yeah. Oh, sweet. Dry let. Hey, what's going on in there? Hey, guys. Do you see what's happening? Oh. I say as as Starling lands on top of me.
I know.
I mean, I think it would be good comedic effect if when you climb down from the submarine you accidentally stepped on Ollie because you didn't see him.
I mean, she would make sure she didn't land on anybody. That's why I'm like, no.
Fair enough. So that's how that feels.
But yeah, so you're just like looking in shock at that as Starling runs past you.
Will you guys keep it quiet?
Ruby, what are you doing?
I think Ruby's just going to... I think currently just soaking in everything that's happening in front of her.
As Egad climbs up with you.
Like, equal parts terrified, but also amazed that she gets to bear witness to it.
Yeah, these giant monsters fighting in the distance. So, like, it's worth noting, you guys, what's been attacking the city are creatures that are about 2 to 3 stories tall. And these creatures, you can see some distance and stuff, because this looks like it's just, like, the fauna here. That's, like, the average size. You can definitely see some peeking up over tree lines and mountains that look like they could be, like, 9 stories tall. You also notice a number of smaller creatures running through the fields, avoiding the giant creatures fighting. As you can see what appear to be something similar to a Jurassic Park velociraptor, like a pack of those things running by, like chittering at each other. A large moth about the size of a car, flies out from the underbrush to avoid the giant turtle that came barreling through. You even for a brief moment see one of the trees move and walk deeper into the forest.
Oh no.
Oh, your phone? So it's jarring to say the least. And so with that, Raven, what are you doing?
Oh,
No, not Raven, sorry, God, my brain keeps calling him the wrong, Sir Folk. I don't know what. Oh, I think because didn't your name, because you used to have Raven in your name, the old version of the Hero Infinite, didn't you?
Well, I mean, technically, still, he's still like his full title still does have Raven in it, but
yeah,
no, he's tied to the Raven Queen, so that's why I keep on it.
So yeah, Sir Folk, my bad. Yeah, what do you do as your fall, or as you dodge the beam?
Yeah, he's gonna basically, after dodging the beam and copying the spell that was cast, he's just gonna float back towards where the submarine, I guess, now is sort of docking up. Everybody's getting out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna land next to the guy that's driving it, because fuck me if I can't remember his name.
Professor Gads.
Professor Gads? Cool. Bulk still doesn't remember it. He's gonna land next to this guy and go, so I went up there to have a look, and something shot at me. Something like a tower or something. But it seems as though this is a created separate space for all these horrid little creatures running around. There seems to be some sort of dome or something up top.
The sky does look strange here. Curious. Did you say something attacked you?
Yeah, once I flew up over those mountains, I happened to see basically a big structure, kind of like off in the distance, and some tall crystalline tower with a red little dot at the top. And it shot something at me, but it missed.
Well, I'm glad you weren't hit then, friend. That implies that there may be people here of higher intelligence. Perhaps we're in some sort of enclosure and the rift is a mistake? Curious.
It could be. Especially, I don't know. I don't recognize any of this.
I'm
so
sitting
either this happened after I left or simply wasn't a problem when I was here.
I want to get some preliminary readings, he says this sort of to the whole group. I want to try and get an understanding of what we're dealing with here, and then we can go back and and report on what we've seen. With any luck, we'll be able to build a rig over the fissure and build a military base on this side to keep the beasts at bay.
Oh
boy. Up there are some things that are massive, and if you draw their attention, and if you even go too high, you may get shot at by that tower. God knows, what if they have some sort of guards or something? They'll come over here, realizing that there's people here that's not supposed to be.
As you're saying, drawing attention to them, Ollie's still just shouting, "Will you people keep it down?"
I think the inclusion of a Stonehenge cannon may aid in holding back these beasts. We'd have to set up an array of them surrounding the lake, though. He's starting to look, and like you can tell he's planning something out in his head. But yeah, and so with that, Starling, you were running towards Raven?
Yes.
See, show up in a world full of fucked up monsters. See somebody wielding a bone mask, or a bone spear and a mask and heavy robes. Immediately approaches without question.
Yeah.
They're a good little distance away, but Raven, you now realize you recognize Ollie, Bobby. Did you ever meet Radical Ruby? I don't think you did.
Not properly, no.
Yeah, so
not in the combat situation.
Yeah, so Bobby and Ollie you recognize. You have seen Radical Ruby active before, so there's some familiar faces here.
Yeah, which confuses him, but seeing someone run towards him, like his spines in the back start to flare up.
So
because,
you see,
it's like
large spikes emerge from the back of the being you're running towards, Starling.
And you're gonna hear the sounds like, you know the sounds of Predator from the movie Predator? Imagine that coming out from that, like loud fucking sounds from that. 'Cause he did not expect someone running after him, running close to him right now.
They're at the top of a 3-story tall ruined structure made out of stone that's overgrown with moss and ivy. And yeah, this thing is now, like, clearly making loud yelling clicking sounds at you, Starling. How do you react?
Oh! Okay.
Like, slow down.
Just a little bit.
Do you do anything? Do either of you do anything further?
Well, he's holding his ground right now. The other side of him is like, oh shit, maybe we should not do that. While the other side of him is like, I don't know what's going on, but there's something going on. There's people that I know, but the tower. So he's like, kind of like, I gotta protect the labyrinths right now. That's like in his mind.
Yeah.
While his other side's like, maybe we shouldn't go like this. There's like inner conflict that he's dealing with himself right now.
Hmm. What about you, Starling? What are you doing, Starling?
She's gonna keep approaching, but a lot slower.
Meanwhile, Bobby, what are you doing? Gads is now trying to climb down onto the shore with equipment, Dolan helping him out.
Bobby's just like, is you sure this is actually safe to be at? Because it seems a bit chaotic.
Loud.
Oh, it is certainly dangerous, but that's why all of you are here. I mean, you and Dolan single-handedly took down one of those creatures' offsprings with ease, and with the aid of Ollie and Ruby here, you were easily able to dominate the lobster on the pier. I am certain that I am in safe hands with all of you.
Very well. I guess I'll just keep a bubble on you just in case.
I just need to set up some equipment to start getting preliminary readings and automated systems to do the readings while we look around. In fact, he starts to type out a little watch he has. It appears as though I've reconnected with all the drones I sent through the portal initially. As you see a swarm of, like, 12 little robot fish swim up to the shore. Hey there, little ones. Coo, 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 and he scratches them. They've been gathering data from me this whole time. Good boys.
Oh.
Now then,
That
let me set up a
really
camera.
adorable.
Should I just put a bubble on you guys just in case?
If you think it is necessary.
Yeah.
You're gonna. Oh, sorry.
I feel like we're. I feel like we're not gonna get very far just trying to fight whatever those giants are directly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so long as you don't draw their attention, we won't need to worry about fighting them.
Well, you two, knock it off!
Like I said before, it does seem like there is some sort of... There's something watching over them.
Is Ollie running towards the monsters yelling?
No, he's just shouting at them next to everybody.
Seems like there's something.
But if they don't stop, he might have to call the police on them.
Oh my god!
Wait, you mentioned that there's something watching over them?
Somebody's
Oh.
watching.
Like there seems to be some sort of presence watching this subspace, I believe.
With any luck, we may be able to make contact and find a way to, and be able to discuss the rift with them. And then Dawn goes, "Where's Starling going?"
I don't think there's any point in getting into contact with them. They don't listen to a bloody word you say.
Yeah, Dawn called attention to the fact that Starling is walking away. So, Raven, the girl in blue is continuing to walk toward you.
The moment, like, she just keeps going and doesn't stop by the warning, he's gonna start charging towards her with the spear in hand right now.
God.
No! Yes!
Is he, like, yelling?
Raven, why?
He was roaring before.
Yeah, you guys heard the roar in the distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
So I'm now gonna call on turn-based formatting. And give me a quick moment. I'm just gonna sketch up a very basic preliminary map situation. Nothing too crazy detailed. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just delete all these skulls from the last session.
There's something about that blood-curdling roar that's very nostalgic to me.
I'm so sorry.
So
Starling.
erotic.
I'm so sorry. Man gotta protect his fucking his home, bro. God, man gotta protect.
So
no
like,
girls allowed.
That's the lake.
Outsiders.
Hang on, let me go with a paler green or blue.
You let Ollie in.
That is true, he did. But this is the other half, though.
So the submarine is located right around here-ish. Because it's like pulled up to the shore of the large lake. And I'm gonna say zones of movement. There's here. There's the general field. Oop, hang on. Give me a second.
Well, you didn't let Ollie in, more like you, more like
forced
him.
there.
Yeah, he just followed you.
Yeah, Vernick is too nice. The other half of him is like, you're in my territory.
Fuck off.
Just stay out of my room. Don't touch any of my stuff.
Too much of nature, boy.
Green.
This is the ruins that he's in, against a mountain, and there's a tunnel running through to the other end of the mountain that you're able to pass through.
If you say so.
Hang on.
Yeah, I'm seeing the mountain. Maybe.
I'm not. I don't know.
This is all like a top-down perspective, if that helps at all.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Oops.
I'm just waiting for the stream to catch up. That's why I'm...
Oh yeah, because Ulrich did not see the fact that Sleepy has a new logo.
Sleepy, oh, did you make a
so
logo for him?
Good.
It's amazing.
I've been posting. You've been focused. It's okay.
Well, there's a lot going on.
I know. I said you've been focused. This is okay.
Oh
I
man,
love it. It looks so fucking fantastic.
It is. It's so good looking.
wait. So which one should I be using? The most
The
recent
smaller one. The most recent because it's smaller.
Okay.
Because I say I made a stream friendly one for you. The other one's very very crowded, and since you have to shrink it, it'll be harder for you to utilize it.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Because the more recent one is more stream friendly since it's smaller.
The logo very much disappears as I shrink it down, like the magical symbol.
It's okay.
I think if you made the word "the" smaller and the logo bigger and a little darker, it would disappear less.
I already closed everything.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Now it's the updated name. Woo! But yes, so yeah, like there's this whole field that you guys are in, and let me go up one layer. And so like I'm gonna use the pink dot to represent the courier's position. He's sort of flying over ahead around here. I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna use purple to represent Raven. Who is up in the ruin, or just left down from the ruins. Starling, who's sprinted away from the group a little bit, is gonna be this nice blue. And let me make that a little darker. Hang on. Actually, no, let's go with more of a blue-green. That's Starling's position. Ollie, I'm gonna mark with orange.
I feel so bad for Starling,
Ruby
her
is
first
red.
time meeting this person, and they're going aggressive.
Dolan is gonna be the black dot with a white dot for Professor Gads. And then Bobby, I'm gonna mark with a yellow dot. And then let me go with a more noticeable color for Starling. There we go. Can you all see the dots that represent where you are?
Yes.
I'm watching as the stream is loading.
Yeah, so
I
Starling
do
has
see the
already
dots.
crossed into the central field. Crossing a black line is one of your 2 actions. All of you get 2 actions. We're now entering turn-based format. And for reference, the 2 monsters fighting, I'm gonna just draw on an excuse me, oh my goodness, an arrow pointing in the direction where they're fighting. Because they're fighting well off map. Although it would take only seconds for them to make their way here. But yeah, so the dots represent where everyone is. If anybody wants to ask again which one represents them, just ask.
Which one represents me?
You're the orange dot near the top.
Got
with
it.
the group.
Okay, just checking. Which one is Dallin and which one is Gad?
Dolan is the black one, Gad is the white one.
Okay.
So, what is everybody doing with their actions? You're all sort of simultaneously taking your turns, more or less.
I'm going to follow the Raven-sounding scream.
So, you're gonna start moving towards Raven?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll move you one zone for the moment, which will cost one of your actions. Boop, boop, boop. So everybody just feel free to speak up when you want to have your character do their thing.
Okay.
I was gonna go ahead and let everybody else go before I do mine.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna let everybody else go before I do
Okay.
mine.
So Ollie moves to sort of catch up with Starling a little bit, moving towards Raven's clicking, screeches. Raven, are you running in more?
Yes, he is. He has the spear in hand. Like, he is ready to... He's
Alright.
not ready to attack them, but it's more like, oh, I'm gonna try to be big. You know how, like, with animals, they try to be bigger, try
Yeah.
to, like, get away? That's pretty much what he's gonna do right now.
Yes.
He's not gonna try to attack them,
So,
though.
Starling, this thing is barreling towards you, spikes out, spear in hand. I can't make good clicking sounds that are actually picked up by my mic.
Well,
there we go.
Or something
Yes.
like that.
Yeah, more of a
it's
growl.
like that, but... And then you hear, like, just imagine Predator and other weird alien
Yeah,
creatures.
a clicking,
sounds.
growling, snarling sound coming from it. How tall is Raven?
5'6". He is short for his species.
Yes, this thing running at you is 5'6".
Starling's just gonna stop moving and just stand there and just watch.
Fearless. Well, then again, you are immortal. You really should be the one at the front lines in situations like this, you and Ollie. It makes sense. What is
It's kind of
everyone?
funny because I have the Alien versus Predator music in the background too,
Oh my
by
goodness.
the way. I'm sorry.
To show how fearless she is in this situation, she's going to take a single step forward and then stretch her arms out.
Like to the sides, like T-posing?
Yep. Yeah, she's in a sort of
T-posing
come
to
get me.
assert dominance.
well, less T-posing and more sort of like gesturing to either side of her, like, come get me.
Like I said, everybody feel free to speak up with what you're doing. Ollie and Raven still have 1 action each. Everyone else still has 2 actions each.
Like, I will say her arms aren't straight out at her side. They're kind of bent, but they're like someone gesturing to themselves. Like,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Come at me. Alright.
Well, alright. I guess folks are just gonna fly over to where they're kind of engaging off to the right side. We can kind of get a clear view of
Yeah,
everybody.
take a wide
And
angle.
I'm gonna go ahead and hold my action just in case any fighting starts. My last action.
The thing running has no magic coming from... Actually, Yeah. No, it has no magic coming from it.
I think it has some weird eldritch, like, something anomaly to them, though.
But nothing that would be detectable as magic.
Fair enough, you got me there.
Radiating from it.
As Ollie gets, for my second action, as Ollie gets closer, he starts to get faster as he does recognize Raven, to the point where his legs like turn into wheels, and he just.
Oh my god. Aaron, did that sound effect pick up? Please hit it again. Play that again.
Raven?
Yes, it did pick up. Fantastic. I'm giving you a star point. So yeah, you're running over to Raven. Are you gonna like try? Raven, are you gonna? What are you gonna try and do right now?
Well, as he gets close, eventually, he's gonna stop when he gets really close to her.
Yeah, you get right up to Starling, and right as you're reaching her, Ollie catches up. So you're all now like all huddled up close to each other, with the courier taking a wide stance position, flying overhead. Everyone else still has actions to use as they wish.
Starling is just kind of standing there, kind of head tilted. Just kind of waiting.
I think Ruby was going to go see what was happening to Starling, but upon seeing everybody else kind of gather around to help her, I think Ruby's just gonna stay behind and try to ground herself in the insanity that is the situation by singing to help Gad and Dallin with whatever they're working on.
Alright, so you backtrack to the group and you're just like, alright, let me sing a motivational song. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Is Bobby just chilling with Dallin and Gads?
Yes, because shield bubble. Because Bobby's just like, this is just for emergencies.
So you have a shield bubble already up.
Oh wait, I wanted to ask, is that shield bubble magical?
Definitely magic, but not an actively cast spell. It is a innate ability of an enchanted object. So you would either need to A, see whatever runes inside of Bobby are allowing the spell to be cast, because they're not visible to you, or B, have witnessed the enchantment placed on Bobby, depending on how the magic is working right now. From your perspective.
It's like Bobby just did wordless cast, and you're like, what did he do? What did he do?
It's not a spell being cast, but an enchanted object being used, which you cannot copy, sadly.
Yeah, I got you.
Dolan is clearly lining up his gun to fire at Raven if necessary. Alright, so now that all three of you are in the same spot, Raven, Ollie, and Starling, is any conversation had?
Well, once he gets really close to her, he didn't see Ollie right away, but he is looking at her, and he is showing his, I guess, dominance by being bigger. By showing bigger. Like, hey, I'm not fucking afraid of you, and, you know, whatever, but he is staring her down, though.
Understood, he's a dom.
Well, this is Tassar, so, I mean, Tassar is,
Raven can be your Angle or your Deville.
You're angled with the bit.
So yeah, anyone say anything? Go ahead, roleplay. Why aren't you having fun? I said to have fun!
Well, I'm waiting for what the others are gonna say first before I'm gonna say anything.
I don't know if Tristan's here. I think he stepped away.
Did Tristan
Sorry,
step
I
away?
was seeing notification.
Oh, you're connected on your phone. That's why you're connected on your phone. All of a sudden, you're getting food.
Yeah, sorry.
Everybody always eating on my streams. Next time you guys stream, I'm gonna eat on your streams. Nee.
Listen.
Anyway. Oh, did he just disconnect?
Yeah, he did.
Tristan, no.
I'm just fucking with you.
My baby.
Oh.
My baby, I'm gonna kiss you on your lips, baby.
Anyways,
Ollie blipped out of existence for a moment, and then came back.
Oh please, you all imagined Ollie. He was never real.
Oh no.
As Ollie gets closer, he becomes like so excited to see Raven. Like he like tries to like jump on him, like Hobbs like tackling Calvin.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit, so he's gonna like tackle him right now?
Because you're currently
Yeah.
the tallest person in the room, right?
Pounce on him.
Am I?
No, I'm saying
Wait, am
Ollie. Ollie, you're the tallest person in the room, correct?
I think so. I forget how tall. I thought Ollie was like just like an inch taller than Raven.
Yeah, I thought we... Oh, is that how tall you are? I thought we established that you were perpetually an inch taller than the tallest person in the room. For
Which
comedic
at the time
effect.
was Raven, wasn't it?
Well, no, the tallest person in the immediate vicinity would be Dolan, who's like between 6 and 7 feet, somewhere in that range. Meaning you're like, you know, probably like 6'9" or something like that right now, and you are tackling the 5 foot something Raven. Barreling into him. No?
No, I've always been 1 inch taller than Raven.
Oh, you're just 1 inch taller than Raven. Okay. So yeah, either way, you're tackling Raven.
But like 5'7", was it?
Whatever, you're tackling Raven. That's what's happening. Raven, how are you
Okay,
reacting?
yes. I'm pouncing on Raven, you could say.
Woo? Notices your bulgy walgy. What's this?
Oh my god, so you tackle him, he gets hit in the ground. And he's just like shaking his head a little bit because like he did not expect to get tackled on the ground. And the clicking kind of stops and it's like spines a little bit go back. The tension is starting to disappear. He's like looking at Ollie.
Sorry about ruining the tension.
No, you're good. At least it eases them up. I mean,
Insert the meme animation of Sonic and Mario kissing, but it's Ollie and Raven.
oh my god, no.
Raven! I knew you'd find me, I just knew it. I knew you didn't intentionally leave me at the military base.
You can hear a soft voice coming out from him. He's like, hey, what's going on here?
Oh, what a weird coincidence running into you. Oh, this is my friend Starling. She's a superhero. Like me, and like that little kid, who's not a kid, he's actually a robot. Remember the one that we saw at the bank, and who disappeared into that hole?
Uh-huh. I believe I remember that.
They're all superheroes, and they're gonna help me become a superhero. We're gonna be a superhero team. Hey, Starling.
Yeah?
You gotta come over here. This is my oldest friend. This is Raven. Oh, let me just get off of you, old pal.
Okay. Starling's gonna like walk over and stand beside Ollie.
Ollie's gonna try to help Raven up, except he's not nearly strong enough.
At this point, I'm gonna reach out to you, the players, about what you would rather have go from here. We can keep this as a primarily player-on-player interaction session where you all keep talking and having fun, or I can make something attack and have combat occur. If you'd all rather have time to roleplay, we can just sit here and roleplay. If you want to have a combat encounter to spice things up, anytime you want it, just let me know, and I can make something attack. In the meantime, everybody roleplay. If you want to talk to an NPC, let me know. You are all free to maneuver around however you want and talk to each other.
Okay.
I will say, I do think, if you guys are cool with it, I like combat eventually. Because I think it'd be fun.
Eventually combat
I
will
want
be nice.
to RP and I want to I want to talk with everybody.
Yeah, and there will be time for roleplay post-combat, assuming the combat doesn't take a million years, so as soon as 4 people say they want a fight, we will start a fight.
Okay, no, that is perfect. So Raven gets up, and internally, it feels like one side of him just pushed the other side ahead of him because it's like, dude, you gotta chill. You're like freaking the fuck out right now. So he just seems a lot more quote unquote calmer now. Out of nowhere. Feels very off, but he is calm though. Not as like high aggressive as he was.
Ruby's gonna run up and like join where like Raven, Starling, and Ollie and Sir Folk are, just to kind of stay in the loop and see what's going on.
Yeah, I think Folk is gonna do like a flyby, and he's gonna like see. He's gonna kind of like get low enough so we can see like we're not fighting, and he's gonna swing by where the doctor or the professor is, and kind of say, it seems like they know one of the locals or something, but there's somebody over here who might be able to answer some of your questions.
Yeah, Dolan raising his gun a little curiously, like, strange. Perhaps you can lead him over here, Gad says, so I can continue setting up the equipment needed.
Sure. I'll go ask. I'll fly back over.
Oh, and Mr. Folk.
Yes.
I'd love to have a word with you one-on-one in a few moments. As he smiles at you.
Sure.
Oh, this is Raven. She's a singer, kind of like Mizu, but more independent, you know.
Oh, you mean Ruby?
Not high production value.
Ruby?
You said this is Raven.
Yeah, what did I say? Oops.
You said Raven.
Raven, this is Raven.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh.
You go ahead.
No. You.
A giant monster fight still happening in the background, by the way. As the gorilla has now grabbed the tail of the turtle and hammer throws it over the lake, and it lands in the side of a mountain a few miles away. And then the gorilla gets down and starts to eat the smashed up titan.
Yeah, so like Ollie said, I'm a more independent superhero, but I'm still relatively new to it, so all of what is happening right now is a lot for me. What about you? I don't think we met before, Raven.
We haven't. Sorry that I tried charging you guys. I thought you were intruders, and yeah, that was my fault. I'm sorry, but
and you hear in your head, technically they are intruders. We need to have that rift in the lake there sealed as soon as possible, lest we have creatures emerging from it or escaping through it.
That's what I was gonna do, but he fucking pushed me out of the front. Well, I don't like it that you're being aggressive. Maybe these people were nice. There's some people that we recognize. God damn it. Damn it, Frank.
Anyway, move from internal monologue back to external. Sorry about that.
No, you good. So, what are you guys doing here anyway? If you don't mind me asking.
Ollie looks at Starling and Ruby. Like, yeah, what are we doing here?
Well, to my knowledge, we were investigating a dimensional fissure to find the origins of some creatures that kinda, I guess, came into our worlds, as it were. Why don't we take it to someone who can better explain what's going on? And
sounds like a good idea.
And so, with that, the whole group moves to the lakeside where Gads is setting up the equipment. Now, all players are in the same zone, so conversations can be had liberally. Yay!
Okay.
Yeah, probably is like they're walking back. Folks gonna like land, and his one's gonna like go in behind him, like he's like they're gonna rest against his back, and then like once they get closed in far enough, they see him like fade into his shadow, and he's gonna walk with the group and say, the professor wanted to talk to the local, I guess.
Oh, hello there. He approaches you. So yeah, he's like, I don't remember if I said his height right before. He's 4'5", around that height, as he walks up to you, Raven. So this short man with crazy hair walks up to you. Thick framed glasses on. Well, you're a peculiar individual. As he's
Also,
looking at your outfit.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You come from here?
I live here.
And what exactly is here?
He looks around. Well, here, do I need to elaborate?
We
can hear his tone. It's very like, oh, it's neutral right now.
We just emerged from a dimensional fissure, or some sort of dimensional fissure, or rip in space-time, formed at the bottom of that lake that is connecting to the ocean where we came from. We believe that creatures have been slipping through from here to our side, and we were coming to investigate. Is that why you were here?
I came here because I had a job that I needed to do, which was closing that. I didn't expect I would have company right now.
So how did you learn of the fissure's existence?
God told me.
Blinks.
Move, Renak.
Which one?
Dallin speaks up. God told you?
Well, there are many, but one of them did, yeah.
Yeah, you hear in your head, oh, I think I like that. You can call me that more often if you'd like.
Don't even call him that, god damn it!
Dallin.
You'd say that out loud?
No, that's in his brain.
Oh, okay.
Gads is like, what can you tell us of this location? It's very unusual. I was expecting this to be some sort of slip in space-time where we might have found more, what did I call it? Epsilon radiation? More epsilon radiation.
Yeah.
Or we may find more epsilon radiation, but instead I've found a place full of, well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised to find more large creatures here. So, do you know how you would seal this rift?
Yeah, I would know.
You hear in your head, actually, that's a little bigger than I expected. Sealing it may not be as easy as I thought it would be. Normally, you would seal it simply by closing the labyrinth around it. Moving a boulder, moving a wall, and the labyrinth would mend it like a wound, but a rift that large and located under the lake, unless we can put a mountain on it, it'll be remaining open.
So we're fucked. Is that what you're telling us right now?
Unless you can think of a way to transport an entire mountain into the lake, we may not be able to seal it again.
Fuck! So random people can just come in and out now?
Well, considering that they seem to have used a submersible to make it in, random people may not be it may not just be random people. And to be fair, people always slip into the labyrinth accidentally when entrances and exits open throughout the world.
Yeah.
Dallin leans over to Gad.
Scratch his head.
He's been being quiet for quite some time. I don't think he knows how to close this thing.
Excuse me, but do you happen to know how the fissure happened?
The what?
The fissure. What they're calling it. I called it a magic portal, but terminology changes in the years. Whatever. The gap. The opening. How did it happen, do you know?
As far as things go, I don't know how it happens, but I could sense that there is something off, and I go to it to take care of it. Plain and simple.
Well, I guess it could be just like a tear, like in clothes. Something eventually will poke through.
How many
Like a
others
form
are?
of friction.
How many others are here to aid you with closing the portal? Egad speaks up.
He's like thinking to himself and trying to think. Tasara in the background be like, "Are you trying to think of a lie again? Because your lying fucking sucks right now." Shush! I'm trying to figure out something out. Give me a second. About maybe 2 people.
In a place this large, there's only 2 of you to oversee it?
Yes.
Who made this pocket dimension? Do you know?
That we don't know.
This one that is speaking with you, the one who had the wings. Bring him back. There's something in his eyes I recognize, Am says to you.
Alright, since mine, I'll be like, alright, I'll bring him back, but what about the others?
Well, let's sort out the rift first. Well, if we can. You can see Gad is setting up a bunch of equipment, it looks like.
What is that you're setting up?
Oh, some measurement devices to try and understand what's going on here. See, we didn't know of a way to seal the portal, so our plan was to set up defenses to stop more creatures from coming through. That would work, Am says in your head. It'd be just as good as resealing the portal, but who knows who they might send through into the labyrinth. I don't know if we can trust them necessarily.
That's what I've been worrying about.
Can we kill them? Can we kill them all?
No, we're not gonna kill them. No.
Ollie just looks at you.
And Am is like, it wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing to have people here again. It's been a long time since I had more than just you as a guest, after all.
But okay, but what about the? You mean your pet? Yeah.
Bring the leader back. I'd like to speak with them about the potentiality of an agreement being forged. After all, this is my labyrinth.
Right. I'll bring him back. He's gonna look at you, Sleepy, like your character, and he's gonna be like, I think I gotta show you something. Because it's important as far as things go. The others want to come along, you can. Just don't get lost.
Don't forget we need whoever's in charge as well.
That too.
You just say that too aloud without them knowing why.
Yeah.
What to?
Sorry, be like,
Okay. That sounds good to me. I'm all for something interesting. Lead the way. What's your name?
Raven.
Raven. Lead the way.
Okay with there being a fight scene now.
Yeah, I was about to say, at that moment, before as you're all getting ready to leave...
As long as everyone else is okay with it.
Oh no, at this point it's not optional, the fight scene is happening.
Oh, okay.
Because it needs to happen while you guys are still in this area. So, you're all around the area where Gad is setting up his encampment.
Bring back the map.
Yeah, it's coming back, don't worry.
Okay, look, I said it at the same moment it popped up on stream.
Yeah. And... As you guys are all talking about moving elsewhere, the giant turtle from before that was thrown into the distance Well, it was trying to make its way back over when it saw all of you. And it looks over. That sound being so loud that it shakes the ground around you. As you realize it's now looking at you guys and is going to begin trying to move in.
Oh no.
So, it's a giant turtle. You can see its the scale difference from the map. And it has a massive hammer-shaped tail. This is larger than any of the Leviathans you have faced up till now. For those who have fought giant monsters. Sorry.
We can take it.
At least it's not a frog.
Oh?
Oh, I don't.
Gallon, do you think your bullet can penetrate its armor?
Probably not the shell, as he spins the barrel on his... He draws his 2 revolvers and spins the barrels. But if I can find any soft spots, I'll try and chip at it.
Yeah. Raven, any advice on how to handle this?
Go look for the weak spots on the creature.
Alright, so...
Thumbs up.
All of you have 2 actions. Everybody discuss with each other and form a plan together of what everyone is doing. The creature, just like you guys, has 2 actions that will adaptively change based off what you do. It will be trying to, if you guys do nothing, spend 1 action to go up to all of you, and another action to try and eat one of you. Or no, sorry, not to eat one of you, to try and eat the submarine.
No, not the submarine.
Yeah?
Ollie. Ollie Ray.
Oh, me? What's up?
Look in the VC chat, man.
We got 2 Ollies.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, books and smiles and eating step away. Okay, I can play that into the narrative. Starling faints.
Oh.
For reasons that you're not sure of.
Dehydration.
Oh no, there's an explanation. Ooh. She's been feeling sick all day. In setting. It was mentioned during her last session lightly, but now she's suddenly gonna pass out.
Oh.
Ollie's gonna be like, yeah, well, don't worry. With all of us together, you know, especially with Starling, we'll be fine. She's invincible.
If Sheebs is able to play more, we'll have her character wake up, and if she has to go again, then she can pass out again. Woo!
Wake up, try to do something, pass out, wake up, pass out. I like that.
She's like holding herself, but then like is struggling. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
So what is everyone gonna do?
Well, who wants to go first?
Well, all of you try and discuss a plan. We won't fire off any no one do any skill checks or rolls until everyone is sure what the plan of action is.
I have a couple options that I can do, right? I could try and fly up at it and I-beam into its skull. I could light it on fire. I could throw a bunch of spears at it. Conjured spears. I can hit it with lightning. Basically a bunch of magical ranged attacks that I can try and do to either pin it down or go for some sort of like opening for maybe the guy with the gun to shoot, or if you guys have some other like powerful ranged option, you know.
I know for me, I was thinking of climbing onto the creature and try to get to the neck or the head or the soft tissue of it and try and kill it like using my physical related ability, or like using the spear. Something to penetrate.
Yeah, you want to try and get into its soft zones and attack it.
Yes.
What if I fly you up onto it and I burn a hole into it and then you spear that hole?
That's actually a really good idea.
So you're thinking of picking up Starling and flying to it and firing a bolt,
Starling?
laser.
Raven?
Or, yeah, Raven, not Starling. You're thinking of picking up Raven, flying over, making them, or you shoot a laser eye into it. Those two things together would take up your full turn, 2 actions. But Raven would still be open to 2 actions to chuck a spear in and do something further, if they wanted to.
Oh, you picked up the wrong bird, man. I can't believe it.
What about everyone else? What's their idea? What's their idea on the table that they can do?
I can still shoot. Sorry.
Oh, that's all good. I was just gonna say I have a ability to teleport, so I could probably, if it would help Raven, I could probably teleport out with you up to the neck of the turtle and either like try to help with dealing some damage or try to like sing into its ear in order to disorient it, like give it disadvantage on stuff.
That's actually a really good idea to do.
What was the range on your teleportation?
I believe it says like teleport to any stage in your line of sight. Difficulty is determined by the number of stages crossed.
Okay,
and
so
failure means a missed teleport.
You would need to do a teleport check of difficulty 1 to get on the back of the turtle, and then you could start singing a disadvantage or a disadvantage song to weaken it. That way, both the courier and Raven's attacks land with greater ease. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, and
Sounds good.
what about you, Ollie? What can you do?
And Booby Hill.
And Bobby.
God damn it,
I'll
Bobby.
go with Bobby first because I'm still thinking.
Well, the 2 things I could do is shoot from a distance with my laser, or
To shoot it from where you are would be a difficulty. To hit a weak point on it would be a difficulty 5 check. Because I will say, landing attacks on this creature are difficulty 4. Unless you are on it performing a melee attack, or unless you're on its back and attacking, then it lowers the difficulty to 3.
Oh, I got a suggestion. Why not shoot it in the legs?
Oh, and the back of the creature is considered another zone of combat entirely. So if you're in the same zone as it and you want to scale it, you have to pass a skill check, and it's treated as a movement action. So you are suggesting Bobby shoots its legs out?
Yeah, so at least it can also be disoriented, so it won't have balance. I think that could be a good idea.
All right.
Or you could go for the eyes.
Is that what you're thinking,
whatever
Bobby?
you feel.
Unloading shots onto the feet or the face?
Yeah,
I
somewhere
have
around
a
there.
range of 3.
Your range is 3?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, so it is easily within your range.
Now,
But
what
like I
about
said,
you,
difficulty 5. Even if you fail the skill check, you will, like, make it stumble up. You just won't deal damage to it on a failed skill check.
Okay.
What about you, Ollie? What can you do?
Well, what's a turtle's weakness?
A cheese grater?
He just...
Uh,
Vernak has no idea because he doesn't know what a turtle is. He just sees a creature and that's it.
If only we had a giant rabbit it could race with.
But then it would win.
I mean, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing we can do to stop it.
No,
I would
Dolan
bet that-
literally says, I'm pretty sure the tortoise wins in that race.
Were you gonna say, Jade?
I was gonna say I'm willing to bet Ollie's seen like a cartoon with a gag of a turtle getting flipped up on its back and being unable to move.
Wait, say that again.
Oh, I'm willing to bet that.
Flipping it on its back, that's a great idea, Ruby!
So, do you think you have a way you want to flip it on its back, Ollie?
Well, no, but I could probably think of what if? Okay, this is gonna be tough. I guess.
I have an idea, but I don't want to say it. Because I'm the game master.
Oh. Oh, Gord.
Ollie could summon a fucking carjack or just suddenly a big balloon
I
under
was
its
thinking
foot.
about a carjack, actually.
A carjack of that scale. Here's what I'm gonna say.
Put under his foot to kind of like tip it over.
So I will say, flipping the turtle is going to 100% be a difficulty 10 check. When you use a carjack on Ollie, you will roll the default 5 dice. But for every point of power, of ink power, i.e. drained health you use, you will get to roll an additional die on that skill check.
Okay.
And Bobby's attack will make the check potentially easier depending on how good he rolls.
Alright, carjack it is.
So, I'm gonna say you hold off on your carjack check. I want, Ruby's teleport check. I want the courier's laser attack check. I want Raven's shoot check. I'm sorry, Bobby's shoot check, I mean. And I want Raven's melee attack check.
Okay.
Those will definitely help.
Raven's melee attack, Bobby's shot, the courier's spell cast, and Ruby's teleport. And Ruby, if you get at least, not 1, I meant to say it was supposed to be a level 2. If you get at least 2 successes on your teleport check, you don't even need to tell me the results, you just pass, and then go on and give me the debuff song skill check. Let's get these rolls going. Woo! One day, what I would like to do is get all of us.
One hero point.
I would like to one day get all of us into tabletop sim and have the dice be physically rolled on camera using tabletop sim.
Yeah.
But I know right now that's a little out of the question to get everybody a copy of that and the ability to stream or access. I don't be the only one who has to show the gameplay.
I even designed a character for Ollie in Hero Forge, except it looks nothing like Ollie.
I love it. Ooh, man, it is hot. I gotta set my AC soon.
So, what do you guys say? I put the jack under it, and then you guys try to flip him by hitting it, or doing your plans.
I guess so.
I have an idea that the actions will fire off for the to maximize the positive results. So, Ruby, did you teleport successfully?
Yep, got a total of 3 successes, including a 10 that burst into nothing.
Did you roll your debuff on the enemy?
Not yet, no.
Roll your song debuff.
Just a reminder, how many?
What was that?
Alright, just a reminder, what level success do I need for that?
The higher you succeed, the weaker the enemy is for your friends. This is a level 5 enemy in, like, i.e. every skill check the players are doing is being set to level 5 at the minimum, for the most part. So just the better you roll, the better everyone else will do.
I'm guessing his weakness debuff acts like a
oh fuck.
Yeah,
it knocks down the level.
She is gonna be Ruby is gonna be singing a song that you can tell the magic radiating off of this. In fact, because you're flying above, you can see the light patterns around Ruby form an arcane sigil. This is straight up a spell being cast. And now that you're at an angle where you can see it, you can copy this spell if you'd like. With your powers.
So, let me, I just want to double check with this. If I copy this spell, I can, don't I have the option just to give it to the Raven Queen?
Any spell you forget is automatically transported to the Raven Queen.
Okay.
You still have 1 open spell slot, right?
Yes, I do.
So yeah, if you want, you can fill your open spell slot if you want to copy this spell. But it is a Siren's Song type spell, but in inversion. So you have a vague familiar of the concept of a siren song spell, a spell of empowerment and attraction that can be sung to draw people in and empower them. This is sort of a inversion of that, a spell that actively weakens the mental fortitude of the individual who the singer is targeting, individual or individuals. I.e., all of its skill checks are going to be performed worse just because it has less innate mental belief in its ability to pull off what it's doing.
Interesting. I'm not going to copy that spell, though, but that's interesting.
If you used it, the way you would do it is you would create the magic sigil and you would sing. Any kind of melodic tune would make the spell work.
Okay. It's good to know. When I have my thoughts, I may pick it up. We'll see.
I can't believe Sir Follick doesn't start rapping.
I have had the funny idea of a world with magic where, like, as people get better at magic, they realize the real limiting factor in spells is the speed at which you can get the verbal component out. Meaning, the best rapper, or the best spellcasters are rappers who can talk super fast. And it's a whole magical world where people basically have rap battles to cast spells at each other.
What are you talking about? It's not rappers, it's the radio commercial people.
Yeah. It's the auction guys.
But what was the result of your roll, Ruby?
It's 4 successes.
And we got a fireball, and then we cast magic missile, and an arcane blessing. Just the image, right? Sorry, you said 5 successes?
So, 4.
4? Holy shit. So Bobby, what was the result of your shoot attack?
Just shooting, I got 5 successes.
Holy shit. Okay, so you're definitely hitting the weak points in its legs. I'm trying to think of how much damage you just dealt. Then what did you get on your attack roll, Courier?
I got 6 successes, and I'm putting as much force behind. I've named this Kazu, the spell.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a whole block in my spell list now.
Okay. So I'll give you the specific stats of it, but it's pretty self-explanatory. It's laser eyes. Raven, what did you get on your attack roll?
Oh, me? I got a 1, a 9, a 9, a 3, and a 4.
I just realized I should switch to the battle music.
No, 1 success.
Yeah.
1 success? Oh man.
Can I use star points?
If you wanted to, but I will say, due to how good everyone else has been rolling, you are still landing an attack, just not a strong one. How do you want to use your star points? Did you get any 1s in your roll?
I got one, yeah.
So you can spend you can spend 1 star point to bring your success from 1 to 2, and then you can spend another 2 to roll another die. Is that what you want to do?
Yes. So I can roll right now?
Yep, roll an additional die and add it to the previous roll and ignore the one you got before, which means you're currently at a level 2 success.
Okay, so I got 5, a 10, which gave me a 6.
You got a 6?
Yes, because I got a 10, so...
Okay. Oh no, you got a 10 and then that gave you a 6, which means 4 successes, right?
Yes, because I got 5.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I believe you're at 4 successes, so... alright. I just updated the, things. Raven will still have another action, Bobby will have another action, the Courier will have another action, and, Ollie, I want you to quickly roll for you're spending both actions, 1 to run over and 1 to summon your carjack. Go ahead and roll for it, and how much health are you sacrificing for the carjack? Keep in mind you can give up star points instead of health. For every point you sacrifice, you roll an additional die on top of the existing 5. You are going to need... Hang on a second.
Didn't you say 10?
Yeah, but it's been massively reduced by how good everyone else did. You need 5 successes to flip it right now.
Oh,
because of how good everyone rolled.
Because I used 6 die.
Okay.
And I got.
Wait, you spent 6 points, or you spent 1 point to have 6 dice?
I thought it was 1 point per dice.
You start with 5 by default.
Yeah.
So how many dice did
6
you roll?
additional ones.
You added 6 additional. Okay, do you want to spend star points or health on that?
Star points.
Alright, so 6 star points go away. How many successes did you get?
Actually, 6 health points.
6 health points instead of star points? I'm getting well, actually, I guess it doesn't make that much of a difference which one you use. Alright.
Okay, so I got a 7, a 10, and a 6. And with the additional die, I got another 10. So that's 2 bursts, and one of the bursts burst into a burst. So in total, it's 6, 7, 10, 6, 10, 10, 7. So that's 7 successes.
Okay. So, let me quickly describe in more cool detail what just happened. So, Courier scooped up Raven and began flying towards the enemy. As Ollie ran over it, pulling out a carjack from behind his back. Ruby teleports away, appearing on the back of the turtle. Begins to jam out, creating like a punky tune that clearly affects the mental fortitude of this turtle. That's a sentence. Bobby begins unloading a flurry of blasts onto the knees and legs of the turtle, and you see its legs give way as it falls forward, its head slamming onto the ground, just as Courier flies over and fires fucking laser beams from his freaking eyes. And clearly, burns a hole into the leathery skin on the top of the head of the turtle. At which point, Raven leaps down with the spear, driving it right through that hole into its head. As you could, this spear has deep wherever you're holding it. You get as deep as your hands. And then Ollie runs over, popping the carjack underneath the turtle, and as this carjack keeps extending and curling to flip the turtle fully onto its back. Raven sort of swinging around and hanging from the bottom, and now stood on the ground underneath its head that is sideways as it. Or actually, no, you would have been forced to sort of let go and run around the side of the turtle's head, and as it flips, it forces the spear all the way into the head. It is now completely on its back.
Wait a minute, what about Ruby? Wasn't Ruby on top of it?
I think I'm gonna give the gimme and say Ruby was sort of staying up on her feet and moving around on the turtle shells to not get crushed as well.
Yeah, or Courier could have come in and picked Ruby up.
Ooh, which one do you prefer, Ruby? Cooler. Do you want to get grabbed by Courier, or do you want to teleport and run to stay on the belly of it?
Honestly, I feel like teleport and run to stay on the belly of it.
All right, yeah. So
I assume that's going to be a very weak point for it.
As it's flipping over, you're running between the spikes on its back as you then leap over and blink away in a teleportation as you land on its belly as it lands fully on its back.
Okay, that is pretty cool.
So we are still in the same round of combat. As Bobby, Raven, and the Courier still have a second action. The turtle, at this point, has had all of its actions thwarted by your actions, and it's prone for the remainder of turn and can't do anything. What do Raven, Bobby, and the Courier do?
I'm going to I-beam its neck like I'm cutting it.
Jesus. Alright.
Nothing else to do, bro.
Raven, what are you Raven, Bobby, what are you two doing?
Bobby, what are you doing?
4 successes.
I guess And Bobby just like looks like, everyone else should be safe, and touching the skin should be the only thing that's weak, right?
Wait, sorry, what was that?
Everyone is safe because they're on the shell. Touching its skin should be like its weak point, right?
Yeah. Like the skin around its head. Which is where most are attacking right now.
Okay, so I don't want to get too close in case something comes over here.
So moving in a little closer, but staying within the zone you're in, essentially.
Yeah.
Alright,
But it's just like, I guess, keeping a, like, you know, we'll pop a bubble up because Starling is still comatose.
So you're just gonna hang back to... What's up?
You're back.
Sheebs, you're back?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Are you back to stay?
I hope.
Oh, I hold. It sounds rough, but I'm not gonna make you talk about it on stream.
It's just a headache.
Okay. So you still have 2 actions. So your character fainted for a moment, not feeling good. And in your... So hang on. We're gonna quickly take an aside moment with that. So, you know, you saw the big turtle coming over, and you began to take a step in, like, its direction, because everyone was preparing to, like, defend against this giant turtle, when you felt lightheaded and fell forward. And when you open your eyes, you are in darkness. Sitting up for a moment, you start to, like, get up, and you see a pair of feet by you, and you feel like a hand motion toward you to help you up.
I'm gonna take the hand and let it help me up.
And as you're pulled up, you see that silvery eye behind the broken motorcycle helmet looking at you. Oh, little bird. You can't escape me forever. And you feel a sense of dread creep up behind you as you can see your friend lying dead behind him. And from the darkness, like silver lighting up your friend, you see from the darkness these black tendrils reaching out across and starting to like wrap around her. And then you feel a tugging on your legs as you look down, you see the same force gripping and grabbing at you.
What's happening?
And then you wake up for real, realizing you're still in the area you were just in. Your hand feels a little shaky and off. Dolan, who has yet to act yet, is actually going to line up and fire a shot at the turtle with it. He like with both his guns, he's like right next to you, just firing off all 6 rounds from both. And you guys nearby see the bullet hole go in the turtle, and then a pop as he is firing small explosive rounds into the side of this turtle's head, putting little craters in its face. Which, keep in mind, the head of this thing is like bigger than an 18-wheeler truck. So while these craters are definitely hurting it, it'd be the equivalent of getting like jabbed with a needle in your face. Not pleasant, but not gonna kill you.
Darling, you're okay.
Yeah, I think.
We're getting attacked by a giant turtle.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Okay. We managed to tip it over, so at least it won't attack us much. But the worry is it using his tail.
Well,
you said you got 4 successes earlier, right, Courier? Sleepy. Sleepy's dead.
Oh.
And then there's Sleepy.
I think
He's dead.
I think he said he cast a spell and got 4 successes. Sorry, continue. Ooh, UI vanished.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I did.
Okay. So
Sorry, I'm doing something, so I'm gonna be muted.
All
but
good.
just give me a second.
no problem. So we still have 2 actions from
Okay.
Starling, 1 from Bobby, 1 from Raven. What do y'all do? Continue roleplay. Sorry.
Do you think you can hurt it with your sword?
I'd have to get close to it.
I could get you close. I'm really fast.
I could try. Yeah.
Are you gonna pull her onto your back in super speed?
Yeah.
That lets you move 2 zones, right?
Double check.
2 zones for 1 action?
I'm double checking.
Because you are all more or less on the turtle, everyone except for Ollie. Which, hang on. And Courier.
Speedy. When you perform a move action, you can move 2 stages instead of 1. 1d to relevant checks.
Yeah, so if you're doing like a running check, you get plus 1d. Alright, so as you get on his back, Starling, he sort of like holds you in a piggyback position, kneels down a little bit, and his feet spark. And he's... You feel the wind rushing on your face like you are on a roller coaster, as in a matter of seconds, you clear the distance from the motorcycle to being on the the throat of the turtle, right where the Courier just did his laser eyes. And Courier, you like blink your laser eyes off, and the robot is there with the magic girl, the golem, and you can see like a blue trail fading away across the ground from where it was, as you realized he just cast a very powerful speed boost spell. Again, in no way that had a magic circle. You were not able to copy the spell because you did not see the magic circle. Yeah, Bobby's spells are practiced in a way where you can't just copy them, sadly.
Damn it, Bobby! I want to get you, Bobby. I do want to say before Sir Folk. I do want to like do the thing that Sir Folk does when he casts a spell, because he has a whole action he does, and
yeah, go ahead and describe the thing you said while casting it.
So whenever he casts the eye beam spell, the sigil that like is his background stuff appears in his hands, and he covers his eyes, and he says, "What I seek is the inner fire, Kuri," and he removes his hands from his eyes, and that same sigil is like there in his eyes, and then pronounced out like in front, large and kind of overlapping like a Venn diagram, and then multiple smaller ones until like they stop overlapping, kind of like a pinpoint, like he's aiming with 2 long range like scopes for eyes, and then the eye.
Awesome. That's a start point for describing that.
Really cool.
But yeah, so Bobby spent their last action getting Starling right into the fray of things. Raven has 1 action, Starling has 2. What are you all doing? You're on the throat of the neck with everyone else. There's just been a slit put in its skin by laser eyes.
I'm gonna try to see if I can find an artery or a vessel on the neck and try to hit it with the spear.
You lost the spear in its skull, but you do still have your knives, which get the bonus of your knife combat skill.
That's what I'll do. I need my knives.
You're basically gonna take your knives and like jam elbow deep into the neck wound that the Courier made.
Yes. Yes. So let me do my rolls.
We would love to consume. We would love to have this one. So much flesh. You hear in the back of your head. And as you are doing this, you do hear another voice creep in. So much flesh. And as you attack, a yellow glow will appear on your spear, and you will gain +2 dice on your attack.
Oh shit!
Spear or knives?
Now the knives? Not the knife?
It's a spear.
Oh yeah, I meant to say knives. Yeah, sorry. A yellow glow appears around your spear, and you roll with +2 dice.
Oh boy.
And Starling, what are you doing while Raven's doing their roll?
Oh,
I assume you spend your 2 actions, one to summon the sword and the other to attack with it?
She's gonna summon the sword. But she's gonna wait for Raven to get out of the way.
Okay.
So, okay, while that's happening, and I was gonna say Tasara would be like, oh no, not another. So, I got a 9, a 7, a 9, a 7, a 6, a 9, a 10, and a 9.
So how many ones that were above a 6 and above is that total?
They're all above.
Okay,
except
now
for
we're
there's
rolling
only one
10s.
6. There's only one 6.
That's still a 6, so that counts.
Yeah, the 10 gave me a 9.
Alright. So how many successes total? 6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Holy shit. Meanwhile...
Because the knife gave me +1, like 1 die, and then you gave me 2 because of the god.
You give me your roll attack, the roll on your attack, Starling. I keep underestimating how kick-ass you all actually are.
Thanks.
Ollie just like smoking a doobie.
Also, Ollie, don't worry. You did have an effect. All of their rolls have been made easier by what you're doing, which is facilitating them all dealing increasingly larger damage. Most of them would have been dealing close to half what they did if you hadn't flipped it.
No, I know. I'm falling asleep a little bit.
Oh, I hold.
It is late.
Yeah. Fall asleep in your arms.
Sorry. So, what'd you got on your attack, Starling?
I haven't said how she's attacking yet.
Oh yeah, go ahead and describe.
I was waiting for Raven to get out of the way.
After Raven does their cut and pulls back, getting splattered with blood, you...
So, in the back of her mind, Starling is back in that darkness, and she sees the man that attacked her. And sword in hand, she's filled with this burning anger. And she grips the sword in both hands, rears it up above her head, and with a scream of absolute rage, just drives it into this thing at least twice.
As
like,
you hold...
Quick stab, pull, quick stab, just...
As you hold it over your head and scream out, eyes clenching shut, the normal bluish-green glow of your blade has a black core shoot through it. As it doubles in length and thickness, and you bring it down and are slashing into it. As you fully decapitate the turtle. You guys killed the turtle in 1 round! This thing had so much health! I didn't even get to fire off its special attack!
Too bad. We're gonna have turtle tonight, boys.
It was gonna give birth on all of you!
Soup.
Turtle soup.
So yeah, you chop its head clean off.
I was screaming for you, but everyone is sleeping. Jeez, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Ollie is like really
Starling
happy until he sees the decapitation, then he gets really sick.
As you
and
start
Starling
like,
is just breathing heavy, shaking.
the sword desummoning, you see for a brief moment your hands look almost black, and then it pulls away up your sleeve. And you feel nauseous again.
Can I roll to see if she gets sick?
Yes.
That's so cool, sheep.
Oh,
not Sheebs. Starling.
Sheep.
Oh, she gets sick. She gets sick. So you want to know my roll?
What?
A 2, a 1, a 9, a 1, and another 2. She gets sick.
Yeah, you're running over to her like, yeah, it was so cool, Starling.
What do you mean running over? I was holding her.
Oh no, she would have hopped off you to do her attack, I presume.
Yeah.
So like, she was just a few steps ahead of you.
Puke's all over Bobby.
Oh,
She manages to like turn away just as she keels over and pukes.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Try to hold her body up and try to make sure her hair's not in her face.
Oh.
You okay? You really started not looking good much earlier.
I don't know. I think something's wrong with me.
Was it the food?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I saw something while I was unconscious.
Raven, you still need to lead both the courier and the group leader back to Am.
Yes. I was gonna wait what Jade's gonna say first.
I was about to say, when did Am get here?
Am's always been here.
Also, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a star point, Veneer, for constantly making sure other players get a word in. That's good player etiquette.
Hey, I try.
Is it Am or is it a different character?
It's a different character named Am.
Don't worry about it. No, just don't worry about it.
It is not. It is not the Allied Master Computer.
I say what?
I'm glad we could help, Raven, but I think we need to get back to our dimension as soon as possible.
As you look back to Guide and Dolan, you can see that like a little force field bubble is getting projected in the area. Dolan calls out, "I'd be careful! If that thing's anything like any of the other monsters we fought, it's about to be spitting out more babies than we can count."
I think some of you.
Eggs.
And then
I think some of you. Oh, go on.
I was gonna say, you see its shell sort of like its skin starts to like sag, and you can feel it getting soft underneath you as you realize it is rotting unusually quick, as its body is sort of liquefying. And you can see the bottom of the shell, the belly, sort of fold in, and there's a clutch of like 30 eggs that are all the size of a small car inside of the shell. As it turns to soup, the shell's still in place.
Well, he is like not really too happy because he was gonna harvest that, but he's gonna look at Jade. I think it'll be best for some of you guys will probably head out because it is dangerous out here, and I can tell already some of you guys are falling back.
I will say, when we begin the transition to the other scene, anybody who wants to lay down, because I know it's getting late, will be allowed to step away and have it be explained that they stayed with the submarine while the rest of the group went with Raven.
Oh, man.
So, anybody who wants to lay down will be able to once the group leaves the submarine.
Oh, fuck.
So...
Good.
Anyway, let's keep it going. So you're gonna go and take everyone back to the submarine, right, Raven?
He's gonna guide them to there, yes.
Yeah.
Before he'll guide to the,
Yeah, you would
basically...
sorry,
well,
guys.
actually, first he would need to close the rift first, and then he'll have to guide.
You don't have a way to reasonably close the rift is the issue, because of how large this rift is.
That is true. So never mind on that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I'll guide those who want to go back first.
Yeah. You talk to the courier and Gad that the person who you are following the orders of wants to speak with the two of them. Dolan will insist on accompanying Gads. Any player who wants to lay down because it's late, let me know right now, and the explanation is that you stayed at the submarine. Who wants to step away?
Okay, I do want to step away, but the problem is I don't think Ollie would reasonably, because of his nature, I don't think he would reasonably stay with the submarine. I think he'd want to go with Raven.
Alright, we can say you go with him, but your character's just gonna be quiet in the background.
Okay, question.
What is it?
I had an idea that let's say if Ollie does fall asleep, are you fine with him sleeping in the library?
Yeah, he can stay in the library, his character, after the fact. So, yeah, he's gonna go with you. Who is going to... does anybody else want to lay down? I know...
I have
Sheeves.
work.
Who is it that has work?
I do.
Okay. So, Doodle...
I have a 9-hour shift.
So Bobby and Sheebs, you're both gonna lay down, right?
No.
Oh, you're gonna stay up?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna try? Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Alright, anyone else?
So Bobby stays at the boat, but everyone else comes along. Alright. Everybody, viewers, big round of applause to Doodle and Ollie playing... Doodle and Tristan playing Bobby and Ollie. Yay, yay.
Team Bolly.
Fuck it, we ball. E. Wood? Bollywood?
Yeah.
Wait, let me ask. Jade, are you gonna come, or are you gonna stay at the submarine?
I think I'm gonna at least stay at the submarine.
Alright, yeah, I know it's getting late. We started session a little late, I'm sorry. So, your group, you guys are gonna stay at the submarine and rest up. And everyone else is gonna move on to the next section, which the next section is predominantly gonna be roleplay and world building, so you can always ask for an update on what you missed later on, and I'll gladly give it.
Okay. Because of all the health that Ollie lost, which he's never really done before, he's just gonna curl up in Raven's arms and just go, carry me.
He's gonna just... Oh, yep, he's gonna do that. He's gonna
Adorable.
throw him on his shoulder.
This is so Yuri. Or no, I guess it'd be more accurate to say this is so Yowie.
Why do you think Yuri? Yuri's on women, bro.
Listen, everything's a woman. I'm straight, so if I want to fuck it, it's a woman. That's my favorite take I've ever heard on transness.
My God.
I'm straight, so if I want to fuck it, it's a woman.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna go to the library.
Yes. So, you all begin to follow the lead of the courier through the twisting turn. You slowly make your way across the wide field, and as he leads you into a narrow crevice in the side of the mountain range, slowly things begin to change. You go from rocky edges to more, like, custom-cut, carefully put-together walls as tall as skyscrapers. Courier, you recognize there are arcane sigils of some kind carved all over these walls, but just fragments of them. Enough that you can get glimpses of meaning, but not enough to copy the whole spell, because these are just tiny pieces of what must be an absolutely massive magical circle. But you can tell these are protective runes, things to stop somebody from using magic to burrow through the walls, and even blocking most teleportation spells from doing what they are built to do. This place...
That seems to be...
the architectural styling of it is unlike anything you've ever seen. Ancient, but preserved. All across the floor of this, these narrow labyrinthian halls is soft padded dirt with moss and reeds, small creatures and insects, the likes of which you have never seen before, fill the halls of this labyrinth. This is a truly otherworldly place, almost fey-like in a way.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Everyone
Some
feel
sort
free
of,
to
like-
engage in roleplay while you are making your way to the library.
Yeah, I think folks gonna say, this looks like to me some sort of lost, ancient piece of magic history that's tied to something even more.
I wouldn't call it magic, but maybe.
I can see the magic inscribed into the walls. Countless runes, all stacked on top of each other into a massive spell.
For me, it just feels like old language and it's just something of importance to someone or something or multiple people for that matter.
Yeah, it's protective runes, but you're right, it's old. I can read it, but it doesn't match anything I've ever seen before.
You can understand all of the language?
Yes, any language is known to me.
Really?
I can see the truth in most things.
I struggle to decipher because it's similar to what I understand, but not exactly. It's complicated, if you will.
Interesting. So your people have always protected this place?
Yes, I have.
Is it just you?
There's another person, but they don't come out very often.
Okay. Well, there's no other being like you two, is there? Is what I'm asking.
If you mean physical, no.
Okay. Well, dodgy.
So many implications in the wording of that.
Yeah. A little dodgy? Okay. Well, I'm sure once we meet, or once we go wherever you are taking us, I'm sure some of those questions will be further answered.
It probably will. Most definitely will. It'll be a bit, but it shouldn't be too much. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you,
child. I was gonna say, it won't be much of trouble so long as you follow me and not get separated, because this place likes... Bless you again. This place likes to...
Jenna's just behind them having a fucking allergy attack.
Yeah, and he's just like telling her bless you. But he was like, this place likes to... It likes to change a lot. I learned it likes to change. Sometimes even I get fooled a little bit too.
Sorry, continue. Let me know when you want to arrive at the library. I'll just let you guys roleplay in the meantime. Keep going as much as
This
you
place
want.
is kind of incredible. I'm about to sneeze again.
Sorry.
Okay.
Any more conversations?
What did you say?
Jenna's just like, this place is kind of incredible. I'm about to sneeze again. And then she paused. No, I'm good.
It's just like, I feel like he stops in his tracks and looks at her for a bit, and he's like,
Jenna,
I give him the gesture of, you good?
Jenna is allergic to the labyrinth, confirmed.
It's dusty in there.
No, there's probably this, like, isn't there like pollen and shit in there?
Yeah, there's
It's
loads
like
of plant life here.
Yeah, it's pollen season. But any of you guys are ready to go in the library, or do you guys want to keep talking?
Honestly, I don't really know what else to talk about.
Alright.
So, eventually you guys arrive at a location in the labyrinth, a large mansion built in a courtyard somewhere in toward the center of the labyrinth. Well, presumably center, I suppose, just in a section of it. And as you step through the large double doors, you are greeted by... Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can't get the image up. Bum. Where is veneer section?
I need to finish it still. Crying.
Raven. Artwork.
Yes, search.
Trying to get to the art tab. Oh god. There it is. Art.
No, I always get the picture. Hold on.
No, I got the picture now.
Oh.
Don't worry.
There is one question that Jenna has, or Starling has, for Sir Folk, though.
Yeah.
I can imagine she turns to him and goes, "So, since there's like magic, do you think I could be cursed?"
Well, what I can tell you is that you are innately gifted, like many beginner magicians and like myself. Whether it is a curse is what you are able to do with it and how you let it affect you. Some people let their innate power take them over. Some people conquer it and control it.
This is new. I black out randomly. I keep getting sick. I blew up. I blew up. I threw up this black stuff. Am I cursed?
Well, that sounds like something else entirely. It sounds like you caught the eye of some sort of higher power.
I was gonna say, back in my culture, that's considered something bad. I wouldn't say curse, but something bad. As maybe he's more correct than what I'm saying, but I don't know. Usually that is not a good sign. That's from what I understand.
But yeah, you all step through the gates into the library, into what is very clearly a large library with a, I forget what it's called, the thing where you have like a model of the planet spinning around.
A planetary?
Not a planetary.
Planetarium.
Orator? What is it called?
No, that's a speaker. That's someone who talks. That's what an orator is.
Hang on. What do you call a model of the solar system? An orrery.
An orrery, okay.
Orrery. A large device that's designed to show the movement of celestial bodies. In the middle is an orrery.
If you look up orator, or whatever you said the first time, with an A.
Why do you sound so distant and echoey? What the hell?
He's being taken away.
He sounds like he's in the bottom of a Pringles can.
He is the last Pringle in the Pringles can.
How do I sound now?
Oh yeah, no, I know I used the wrong word the first time. So yeah, there's an orrery in the middle though, and this guy is in front of you, but he's how tall is he? 4 foot something?
He's like, let me look at the thing. I know I put his fucking height somewhere.
He's short, and he's very clearly
he
like
is a short fucker.
He's a projection of some kind, like a hologram, or like you would know it more so. Excuse me, as an illusionary projection of something.
Yeah, maybe some sort of
It's only 4 foot.
like conscious magic spirit or something trapped. Oh, what a freak.
Yeah, it's like a 4 foot spirit thing with multiple arms behind it, none of which connect to its body, am I right? Don't those float behind him? Or are they connected to his spine?
They're connected to his spine. It's like, those are mechanical arms.
So no visible arms at the shoulder area, but a bunch of mechanical arms coming out of the spine.
Interesting.
And it looks to you. Hello. I presume. Looks to Starling and then to Gads. You must be the leader of that expedition. Of humans who came through. And you. It blinks out and then reappears right in front of you, Sleepy, looking in your face. So Merlin found a deserving heir. Interesting. and he floats back over to be above the orrery.
I'm sorry, what did she say? What did you say? You said a deserving heir?
Merlin was looking for somebody to gift his what did he call it? Oh god, what was it? His alpha stigma to? I presume that must be you.
I was born with
Interesting.
it. I thought. You're saying that there was another life.
Oh, the alpha stigma? As far as I'm aware, there was only ever one individual, Merlin. And he was looking for somebody to gift his eye to when he passed. I had assumed it was you, but I guess if one person could get it, another could.
I was born with it. At least from the time I was young, all I knew is that I had the ability.
Well, I will get to the point of why I brought you all here. The labyrinth is important, and I don't want you all mucking it up. So, perhaps you can come to an agreement, seeing as to the fact that I can't seal the rift that is formed within the Leviathans' Causeway. Perhaps Causeway, sorry, that's me. Perhaps you will be able to help me with dealing with it. And who exactly are you? Egad says. I am an artificial arcane system created to help to watch over and protect the labyrinth during the time it was being investigated. During the time it was being investigated by Raven's people. I was created using far older subsystems found within the labyrinth, though. But when I was in that form, I had no memory like I do now. I am an artificial construct of the labyrinth itself. My duty is simple. Maintain the creation of the Archesians.
Archesians, you said. Does that name mean anything to me?
You give me an intelligence check. Man, you keep sounding like you're so tinny and distant.
I am not gonna lie. My fiance texted me to do the dishes.
You're doing dishes while you play? Understandable. Give me an intelligence check.
I was gonna wait until we were done, and then I was like, damn, this is gonna take longer.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Let me see. I do have 2 things for historian. I have Fey historian, and I have dark history historian.
Dark history historian will help.
Fey historian? Hello?
Dark history, I said.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, while they're talking,
That
he's gonna put
is-
Ollie somewhere.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Yes, 4 successes. I got a burst.
Alright, the Archesians is very scarcely mentioned in some of the oldest texts you have ever read. It is clearly it is some kind of ancient society that was deeply entrenched in magic.
Oh. Well, this is exactly what I was hoping for. Piece of lost magic history.
The globe in the middle of the room is very clearly a globe of the planet. I'm just very loosely drawing it up. Oops. Yep. Hang on. I'm sorry, I'm taking a moment to draw this.
Okay. I will have to say, Ollie, I'm gonna have to go here in a minute to get my fiance.
Okay, I'll try and get things wrapped up for this exposition dump. God,
Yeah.
I can use words.
You
So,
got, you got 5 minutes, homie.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry session ran so long. So, yeah. There's very clearly a map, a globe of the world, and he's going to explain, it's like, see, your plane is unique in that it has been guarded by the Archesians. Your world is not the only one of its kind. There are dozens like it. As he creates holographic projections around the globe, but they look different. There are multiple realities that all layer next to each other and on top of each other. But the Archesians came from outside of this plane, another higher one. But they understood the danger that connecting to the wider realities made. So, they cut this one off, to protect it and to study its growth without outside intrusion. They created the Labyrinth. As he creates an image of a twisting, I can't really draw it very good, but a big twisting labyrinthian structure circling around the planet. It is not just your planet, but your entire universe is under the protection of them, preventing outside forces from spilling in and tearing reality asunder. This labyrinth is a barrier between your reality and the outer plane of Zen, the realm between realms. Life will try and slip through to your world, but they will always be caught here. Of course, sometimes rifts open on their own, such as the one you found within the Leviathans' Causeway, and now creatures are spilling from the labyrinth onto the earthen plane. But, perhaps, looks to Gad, your people can be of assistance. I overheard via my connection to Raven that you were seeking to create a defensive system around that lake. I will allow you to set up there, to create a protective barrier and prevent creatures from escaping. But in return, I expect you to not dabble too much into the labyrinth and be careful with it. And don't be foolish like your winged friend here. Flying too high is assured destruction at the hands of the defensive systems here. A tower in the distance, outside of my control, stops anything from flying above the walls of the labyrinth.
I guess the only thing I will ask is just don't overkill the animals and don't destroy the structures and the main structures, please. We need that.
Oh, of course not. We'd be interested in studying this place deeply. Limit the studies. The magic here is far too advanced for your people. And actually with Sleepy leaving, I do think we're gonna... cause you gotta go right now, right? Yeah, I got...
Hello?
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 Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Word.
I was gonna make this exhibition dump a little bigger. Oh god, you're very robot-y. I'm basically thinking we're gonna more or less end session there. With a potential extended lore dump in the Courier's next session, whenever that may be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on who we have next time, we could pick up right here in the labyrinth, continuing this sequence. Or maybe next week we will instead have explain how all of you got home. Either way, everyone's had to drift away at this point, we are going to start to wrap up session.
Okay.
So, viewers.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Hope you have enjoyed. Join the Discord down below in order to watch other streams, not just from me, but people like Books and Smiles and Doodlesar. As some of my other friends are starting to try and get into content creation and may start cropping up on there as well, so always keep an eye on the Gas Network Discord. And if you want to directly influence this series and what fictional characters appear in it, go ahead over to my Ko-fi and join to partake in the numerous votes that affect this series, as well as other things on the channel. And because we'll be appearing in just a moment, love all you very much, and ta-ta for